Alright, we are back! Let us go ahead and hit the continue. Is this up a little bit? We're adults now! There is no need to consult your reflection this time. You feel it deep in your core. You are now complete. Oh, actually. Remind me to show something later, because I just noticed this. I'm actually going to do one of these. Steal a snapshot. Your body has gone through its final transformation, leaving you a living glory. No Drac on Earth would call you a hatchling now. Through many hunts, many trials, including getting high as fuck, you have at last become an adult. At long last, your body is a fitting temple for your kin essence. The cool air caresses your new body tenderly, so tenderly. You feel the root of every one of your hundreds of feathers quivering in the stiff breeze. It makes you shiver with delight. Come, it seems to sing. I find you worthy. Become one with me. Let's see. Embrace the wind, or that one. The embrace the wind. We yeet ourselves off the cliff and splat to our death. Oh, no, wait. We get freedom. Freedom it is, because we're an adult now. We have freedom. And also responsibilities, but we're not going to talk about those. You know, the kind of responsibilities that nobody teaches you about. Don't worry about those. You were chained and did not know, bound and ignorant until now. Broad-breasted earth is spread wide far below. Sun alone reigns above. You feel their joining, and you are their joining. You want to sing for pure joy, have to sing, but the terrible, fierce fulfillment is too much and catches the sound in your throat. There is too much deep pleasure for you to even make a sound. All you can do is keep on moving, keep sliding between Earth and Sun with a velocity unknown. What is the velocity of an unladen draken? African or European? You feel the eyes of many good beasts, far below as they look up in wonder at your vast form sailing the great above. Even the feather beasts must envy you, soaring at a height their tiny limbs could never achieve. The thin, cold air here in the highest bows only to your broad, strong wings. You soar low over high hills, feeling the warmer air there pushing you gently upwards again. You pass through clouds which lick you with cool, watery tongues, bathing you. A few times, the wind seems to push you violently, but you soon learn that fighting it is useless. Only by merging with it, feeling it, acknowledging its desires can you proceed, and it becomes your dance partner, carrying and turning you gracefully. By the time you near the great blue, you have calmed down enough to sing, and you open your jaws and roar with beauty. Behold me, Mother Earth! Behold me, Father Sun! At last I am worthy. Here I dance in the high lair. I am Drac-kin. Feel the cool of my skin, the heat of my breath. I am the wealth of earth. I am Sun's favored treasure. Behold, behold, behold. Part 3. Joy upon joy and gain upon gain are the destined rights of my birth, and I shout the praise of my endless days to the echoing edge of the earth, for it is my world, my gorgeous world. All right, goodbye. So much for that. Ah, hey, we're here again. Your songs and dances of joy are soon interrupted, however. A great shadow approaches you, wheeling in from above. Its vastness shocks you into silence, but soon you recognize it as the elder, Darktooth. You feel no defensiveness, or territorial anonymity. The great above belongs to no one. Still, there is an urgency in the Ancient One's voice and a veil of caution over its mind song which makes you uneasy. In the name of the future, I summon you, newly awakened. A grand moot has been called. The threat posed by the seed of the others can no longer be ignored. In your slumber, they have grown mightier still. The greatest of our people have pledged to find a final solution to this menace. Soon, you shall join the mass flight and travel to the chosen place to bear witness to the debate and acknowledge its resulting order. Refusal is not an option. You will attend. The elders of your people command it. You feel Darktooth's song of command burrowing deep into your mind, taking root there. You will be helpless to spurn its call when the time comes. Will you address the Great Elder? Great One, what is the Grand Moot? The Grand Moot is a gathering of all adult kin. It is called when a matter has arisen requiring the unification of all of our people towards a great purpose. Only twice before has it been called. One moment. Okay, we're good to go. First, when the great Empress ascended and declared sovereignty over all things. And again after the Skyfall when true war was declared upon the others. Will you address the Great Other? Great One, who has called this meeting of all kin? A lesser moot was called by the mighty many times burned, survivor of atrocities. Among the elders, but resolution could not be found. All-Mother the Beloved, embracer of strange things, wished to convene a grand moot, as the gravity of the question had been proven but not its answer. The majority of the 7 agreed, departing to meditate, refine their proposals, and spread word of the gathering. So it was and is. Great One, I be allowed to debate at the grand moot? Unlikely. Though you are worthy to attend, compared to the elders, you are callow in the extreme. Unless you are called upon to sing by an elder, or to roar in favor of or against a proposal put to the majority, you shall stand silent and be only a witness. Still, this is a matter of such import that even to witness shall be an experience which you shall recall to the end of your days, and its resolution shall become law for all Drak. And it is a possibility that you, keeper of the heart of the Great Green, may be called upon to sing. A shallow possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. Great One, are the Tailors truly such a threat that a grand moot is justified? Yes. Alright, bye-bye, thanks. Nice talk. Darktooth signals acceptance to your leaving by turning its huge body slightly and wheeling away from you, leaving you to return home carrying a new burden. What are the no-tails, that their danger is such that the solitary kin must put aside their own way to join together and face them? What gives them such power, and what solution could there be? What are the elders planning? The unchanging wind suddenly seems colder, and your earlier bliss is fading. You sense that a turning point in the high story of your people is drawing near. Now that you are an adult, you, too, must learn all you can about the Tailors and their way, and turn their mind to a solution, as the elders have done, if you are to be worthy to affect the great moment which looms ahead. Alright, I have a plan. I know what I want to do. I have a plan, and I'm gonna stick to it. Probably. You spend the first few suns after your awakening as an adult broadening your lair to fit your new frame and the many treasures you will surely amass. When you get a new bed because you've outgrown it. In your mostly absence, the Woodstraters have continued pruning and tending your lands. Your portion of the Great Green is bursting with elfin life. Prey is abundant, and you shall not want. As your body has grown, so has your appetite. Smaller beasts are no longer worthy your attention. To feel this great form, you must hunt larger beings. Hillbacks, plains runners, woodstraters, and great grazers are worthy targets, though the occasional surefoot or tusk snort would not go amiss. Having already spent a great deal of time investigating your own domesne, it is now time for you to turn your attention outwards. You are now great enough to challenge your neighbors for portions of their lands. New hunting grounds and encounters may be yours if you can defeat them in a challenge, but expect no quarter. They will surely bring all of their power to bear to keep what is theirs. A visit to the Spirit of the Green is in order. You should present yourself in your final form and commune with it. Its well-being and yours are one in many ways. The Tailless have grown strong in the lowlands coldward along the Great Blue. Food and treasure may now be there for the winning, and perhaps something more. Your time may also be well spent seeking out the nearby elders. All-Mother, many times burned, Darktooth, whose songs will dominate the coming debate. They will test those who wish to communicate with them, but there is much to learn from them, as there will always be until a void at last claims them. This time, the last time of freedom, is now yours. Take control of your life and live. Grand Moot awaits. Element level up! Ooh. This is an ability you get and keep. That is the red light, yellow light, green light thing. Ah, yes. That power you're using. Stop it. Alright, we're gonna go do a hunt before we do anything else. Because we are hungry. Now that you have at last mastered the music of air and can tread the sky paths, you can travel great distances. Exploration on foot is no longer necessary, but you must learn of new locations before you can visit them. Now that you have grown, you may need more hunting grounds. Challenge your neighbors to discover them and other adventures besides. Do not forget, the Grand Moot looms, and with it the end of this final chapter of the story of your youth. Okay, we can... What was our... Okay, we're actually not too bad. Let's actually go ahead and challenge Tempest. Let's go ahead and snag these things. Do this first hunt, and then commune with the spirit. The Empire of Reeds. Water's blessing lies heavy here, and life abounds in diverse forms. Featherbeast and Waterbound alike hunt and are hunted in an endless round among the whispering reeds, who protect all without design. They whisper as air sweeps over them, and the thousand surface pools shiver in the wind. As you fly over it, taking the grays, greens, and blues into your eyes, a delicious aroma rises up of fertility and decay. You can bear it no longer, and cry out a challenge. O Tempest, Lord of the Reed Lands, your empire is fraught with life. It calls to me. Surrender to me its coldward horizon. All that lies within sight or scent of the spirit wood, for I name it unto myself. The warm, cool waters, the savory flesh, of those who dwell neither in the green nor the blue, but both and neither. I have grown mighty indeed. Behold, I cover the sky. Put not your teeth against mine, or this sun you shall dine upon your own essence. Every sway of the reeds, every ripple of the marsh, could be the first sign of your foe. You spot a sudden turbulence in one of the deep pools below and prepare to tuck in your wings and dive for an assault. You barely sense it in time. Something is just above you. Twisting, you narrowly avoid Tempest's poisoned fangs, shoving its head away as it wraps its body around you. Somehow, Tempest was able to blend with the sky itself, which you did not even think possible. If you were not so flexible and attuned to your deep senses, you would likely be poisoned and already losing the fight. Surprisingly, Tempest seems to be concentrating more on controlling your body than damaging it. Keeping your head and wings beneath its own, you briefly wonder why. And then it dawns on you. Tempest is going to smash you into the ground. Perhaps it intends to release you at the last moment and avoid the collision itself. Or it may simply crash as well and use your body to cushion its own fall. Either way, you have a very short time to damage Tempest enough to force it to let go before you slam it at Earth. As from this height, you would be lucky just to survive. The dance begins. Its precious essence at stake, Tempest now faces you in the dance of destruction. Tempest is a very blue user. We are going to go ahead and start with a Venomous Bite. That is not the end, I'm telling you right now. Fighting savagely, you manage to pry Tempest's claws and teeth off of you, then slap its head away with your tail. You have just enough time to right yourself and slow your fall. You are still alive, but you can barely see through the murky water, and your senses of smell and taste are useless. When the muck clears, Tempest is swimming calmly before you. It broke the surface with barely a sound, despite its huge size. Flee. Flee. Its calm, unworried eyes are like golden voice. You are now in Tempest's world. Underwater, your fiery breath is useless, while its lightning shocks are deadly. Dare you continue the fight? You have cornered Tempest, and so begins the dance of destruction. We go again! Blast you with a terrible mind scream, and you are badly shaken. Air, fire. No, you're gonna stick with air, I think. We can use this to read. We'll next use an air ability. Okay, I can stick with water then. I'm gonna stick with water for now. It is crippled and stands in the very shadow of defeat. We're almost there. We did done do it. You are not weak. I knew this from the beginning. In honor of this, I have held a little back. I have shown you the power of my love for this land through my passionate dance of destruction. Would you still stand against me? What morsel of food, what hidden curiosity could be worth your end? I am loath to resort to it, but I have a final power against which there is no defense. I offer you this one last chance to flee and live. We can be kind. Let's sing. Though bruised and bloodied from the combat, you pour your essence into a single pure song, weaving the sigils into Tempest's open mind. Here I stand where blue meets green, an outsider in a mighty empire. But though I am young and dry, I have tasted its joy, felt its honor in these wounds I bear. I am smitten with desire for it, to know it as you have known it. As my own feathers, so shall be each of the countless reeds. As my own essence, so shall be its streams and tarns. With a gentle claw and with gratitude, shall I harvest its good beasts, taking them inside, becoming one with them. So shall my actions be. If it is not so, may my body drown in these waters, so that at least in destruction I should become one with this good and fertile land. Tempest replies with a single glowing sigil. I surrender. You sing of my land with such passion, then I acknowledge your love for it. Take from it as you desire, but if you dare to abuse it, I shall become its vengeance. Batman, is that you? So it was that you came into possession of the cold word expanse of the Empire of Reeds. Never again did you put yourself against Tempest the Reed Lord. Neither of you were in doubt about what would have occurred had you done so. A new hunting ground has become yours, and your renown among your people has grown. A new encounter awaits with potential to change the fate of the kin. Even so, this is still the Empire of Reeds. Oh no, they missed it! They messed up! And the Reed Lord remains its true sovereign. Perhaps the time will come when you can challenge Tempest for it in its entirety. But for a reason even you do not fully understand, you have little desire to. Okay, we actually need to hunt because I didn't quite realize that some of those moves would drain our energy. Oh, hello, All-Mother. There you are, my beloved. I taste your essence here in the dreaming. It is cool and deep and soothing. Yes, you are ready, beloved. Come to the heartward, setward, and warmward from your lands. Come to me on the far side of a new journey, tiny to vast. I await you, the rare treasure in my mouth. Upon awakening, you feel an uncomfortable dryness, as though you have been drawn out of an embracing, breathable sea against your will, to a harsh and hot wasteland. Somehow, though, you now know of a place where All-Mother, last of the clan, waits for you. Well, first, food. Let's go here. Massive fur beast with a predatory scent. A lion! Or a great slide claw, I mean. Silently draw closer. How could you not have noticed me? I'm so big and fat. I mean, Strike! Oh no. Oh no. Here we go again, boys. Here we go again, chat. It is crippled. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And would you look at that? One hit kill. We're so good at this, baby. This flesh is rather gaming, sticking in your craw, but there is so much. Om nom 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 nom. And we get a shiny thing because its pelt is nice and pretty. Familiar scent of a hillback. Alright. Gotta move quick, guys. We gotta move quick. Oh, it's still green. Oh my god, we've moved so fast and so sneakily. We're so good at this stealth, boys. Chat. Oh man, it's still alive? Come on now. Yeah, probably Earth. Blowing strike again. Alright, it's gonna be a 2-hit kill, that's fine. We'll be nice and swift with this one. Oh shit. I lied. Can't believe I fell for it. Die, motherfucker. Ooh, boy! Look at all that energy we got. Let's do moderately sized feather beast. Ooh, a hog. Caw, motherfucker. USA, motherfucker. Freedom, motherfucker. Ooh. So we gain some energy, and then we get treasure for the pretty feathers. Yes, I killed a bald eagle. What of it? All right, we're nice and stuffed. I don't think there's another event here. Ooh, I like this event though. We're only at grade 6. Jesus Christ. This means that if we're really, really desperate, we can do it. Can just literally eat ourselves. All right, Vantage, we're gonna take your shit. You remember this smug asshole? Skyward Reach. The cool winds tease your feathers as you survey that dry land from just under the clouds. Few trees grow here, but their smaller cousins form a lush patchwork of gold and purple threaded with green ravines and rocky gorges. Great horned surefoots roam here in loose clans. Caves shoot through with shinestone veins, Canes shot through with shinestone veins sleep beneath the hollow hills. The time has come for it to become yours. Drawing in as much air as you can, you unleash a song of challenge against its protector. O Vantage, Lord of the Sky Reach, the cool dancing grasses, the heather sweet and good beasts, they call to me. Surrender to me the warm ward span of the reach, all that lies within sight or scent of the spirit wood, for I name it unto myself. I shall stand upon the exposed earth beneath a fresh, closer sky, partake of new things. I have grown mighty indeed. Behold, I cover the sky. Put not your teeth against mine, or this sun you shall dine upon your own essence. I'm not going to mess around too much with what's going to happen here, because I know the secret and there's no point in messing up. I'll be honest. What emerges to greet you, however, is not Vantage, but a white black. A glinting, shiny thing held in its beak draws your attention. Follow it to the ground. That makes me think. 1 second. Ooh, 235. Very nice. It sings to you. Welcome, Sovereign of the Spirit Wood. Great Vantage has accepted your challenge and will dance you to destruction. Please proceed into Earth's body, to its lair. What will you do? Ask why Vantage will not meet you at its scent boundary, in accordance with tradition. The breath of the Rubykin is hot beyond fire. If you were to dance here, the Skyward Reach would be set ablaze. The overseer of the Skyward Reach will not risk the health of the land. Great Below is better suited for a dance of destruction. You have great Vantage's assurance that it shall not harm you before you reach its lair. Not wrong. Ask about Vantage.
Great Vantage, the true and just kin lord of the skyward reach, is wise far beyond even its many turnings. Here in the dry-bladed overworld, it stands against its rivals, the other kin who would rob it of its precious prey. Beneath Earth's skin, its enemies, the Delvers, seek to undo Great Vantage's works, take what rightfully belongs to it. Through these conflicts, Great Vantage has been made strong. Victory shall elude you, mighty as you are.
Ask after the mighty magpie and the shiny thing in its beak.
This one is all that glitters, humble servant of Great Vantage, the true and just. A contest was held among the many white blacks who would call this land home for the privilege of becoming the Great One's herald. This token I bear is proof that I have pleased our Lord, and have been given the right to hold its authority in my mouth, in my song. I am the 26th to do so. Being able to comprehend such a vast number was instrumental in my victory.
What will you do? Descend. The hole is so narrow that it nearly chokes you, but eventually you twist and flow downwards and away. Pitch black darkness! This isn't just darkness. This is advanced darkness! The light bleeding in is abruptly cut off. Somehow, the way back to the skin of the world has been closed. The Ruby tribe, with their long, slender bodies and sensitive tongues, are best suited to travel along these blind heart paths. Alas, you are not one of them. Moving slowly and tasting the air at regular intervals helps. You soon come upon a shallow pit, which has become the final rest throne of a young kin. From the scent, it went quiet about as many turnings ago as you have claws. It seems to have become trapped here in the great below, and was slowly destroyed by a lack of prey, or water, or both. Every move you make down here will sap your energy. If you're not careful, you shall claim a tunnel or crevice forever, as this once again has. A suffocating end, bereft of glory, and with not even plants or trees to restore your body to the great circle. Something is hidden. Just as you are about to turn away, something catches your tongue, a tiny hint of treasure. Pawing through the bones, you discover. It seems this young kin found something quite valuable before it expired and swallowed it for safekeeping. Alas, it could not be nourished by it, but perhaps your trove could be. Leave it behind. Are you certain? You are unlikely to be able to find your way back here in the gloom. Yes, leave it forever. Leaving the rare and valuable treasure behind, you forge ahead, feeling your way along the mother's veins. We're doing that because doing otherwise it turned out to be a bad idea. The pathway dips, rises, winds, and bends. At times you do not even know which ways is up. Entering a larger cavern, you barely have time to stretch and shake out your feathers when, click, you are suddenly blinded by harsh lights. In your vision, 4 otherish figures swim vaguely. Before you properly react, a gruff, angular mind song sings. So it is true, a new fire beast prowls our byroads, but it is not the Crimson Menace. Opportunity sings. We are the sacred gatherers, true children of the gods. We collect treasure from the heart of the world for our soon-to-come masters. We also wage a sacred war against the Ruby Drakkins, who pillage our vaults and savage our people. It is said that all Drakkins are rivals. If it is a come to challenge the Red One, we share a common foe. If it will but swear to destroy our enemy utterly, we shall grant it a gift which will surely bring it victory and show the way to its lair. But it must swear to destroy it. Even if the enemy surrenders or attempts to retreat, it must show no mercy. The Cardinal Fiend must be forever silenced for the good of our great design and the wishes of the gods. With the gift we will give, the green beast before us will surely be victorious. But keep all of the enemy's treasure and return to the surface, never again to enter the great below, and all will be well. Will it swear to destroy the Red Bane? The disadvantage, despite any surrender or flight? For the sake of the great design and the powerful gift we offer? How will you reply? No. It seems this beast has a head like stone. Why does it decline? Because if I do not defeat Vantage myself, I shall not truly own the victory. If it will not aid us, it shall be destroyed as vermin. Dare you stand against our unknowable music? Yes. You prepare for battle, but it never comes. Slowly, the blinding light fades. It seems the Delvers have been turned to stone. Or was that what they always were? Then how In any case, the threat has passed. You refuse to submit to the will of the stunted beings who worship the others. A brief exploration reveals a promising exit from the cavern, and you draw closer to Vantage's lair.
Get help from these fuckers? Fuck that. Bitch, I'd do it myself.
The great below is vast beyond your wildest expectations. You can make progress only slowly. You have come to a sort of crossroads. You can see nothing, but each passageway carries a different dominant scent. Which way? If you ever play this game for yourself, it will be different. Excuse me. Because I've beaten this game and because of I have all of the achievements, I know which way to go. It shall be a left. An unknown amount of time passes. You thirst for both water and light. Straight ahead. Your claws scrape listlessly against the ever-same stone. Left? Yes, that is surely Vantage's scent, and it is getting stronger. You must be drawing closer to its lair. The scent of something delicious rises in the darkness. Water and food at last! This great horned surefoot must have blundered its way down here and gotten trapped. Its misfortune and subsequent destruction is your gain. Parched and ravenous, you are quite lucky. Oh, what the fuck? We're full, bitch. You are quite lucky that Vantage did not know about such a sweet morsel so close to its own home. What will you do? Pass them by. It is good we pass them by, because that's poisoned. You have barely entered this chamber when a dark crimson shadow unfolds from above. Vantage, sovereign of the skyward reach, unfolds its wings and hisses and drops spittle sizzling upon the gold floor. I think I did a nerdy, kind of arrogant voice.
What in the name of Earth and Sun is wrong with you? My traps, my beautiful traps, all failed. The gem in the kin body, the false delvers and their death contraption, the poisoned refreshments.
See?
How could you pass so many things of obvious value by? Where is your sacred creed? Are you not kin? Are you too dull to seek treasures and advantages? Sing! Answer me!
Oh, yeah. True Song is the final level of Elemental Masteries, which we have not reached. Shall the buzzfly apologize to the weaver for not falling into its trap?
You are so pathetically moronic that you have turned the wheel and approached genius. No matter, I will preserve what is mine. You shall feel the dread flames of the Rubykin, who flow near the white-hot belly of the mother and are unafraid. Prepare for destruction.
You have cornered Vantage. So begins the dance of destruction. He is primarily red. He has plenty of air because he's very smart. So we will start with Venom. What is he going to do next? He's going to use a water ability next, so we're going to jump over to air. I don't remember what Hypnosis does. Let's try it. Oh, nope. Right, abort. I don't really care about that. We'll just Swift Strike. I'm going to abuse Intuition, by the way. We'll next use an Earth ability. Okay, there's nothing I can do to advantage against that. Except... I can do another Venomous Bite real quick. Yes, yes, yes. Victory is ours.
Enough. I yield. Victory alone is truly impartial. It seems as though I was the fool all along. The Warnward Hills of the Skyward Reach are now yours. Other kin shall hear of my defeat and attempt to take what is left. I must rest and prepare for the inevitable challenges from below. Before you leave, hear me. I baited you to the great below, where the Emerald Kin are weak, plied you with many traps. I used my mind to try to win the battle before it was begun. I defy tradition, which dictates that challenges should be met openly, and that the strong of body should be victorious. Was I so wrong to use the mind I was given to escape from the bonds of tradition, to explore another way of being? Judge me.
There is no such innovation, maybe. Gently, you praise Vantage's ingenuity and departure from the old way. Ways and traditions are meant to change, after all. They were not always what they are now, nor shall they be. But those who innovate must be prepared for rejection or failure. Such is the burden of the new. If Vantage's traps were not enough to stop you, they will not be enough to stop the others. Vantage bows its head.
Yes, it is as you sing. I will seek yet another way, something newer than new. We must survive. There are fewer of us each turning. The seed of the others chokes us all, drowning us down. I humbly ask that you leave me to my meditations.
You leave it there, the darkness, and found your way back to the surface. This domain is now part of your own. Succulent good beasts roam the land, and shall be good prey for you. Perhaps there is more to discover as well. For now, it is time to rest. No dreams come that night. Even the void seems to understand the concept of mercy.
Talk, 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 talk. That is what I'm doing today. Talk, 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 talk.
Yay!
Hypnosis!
You may have noticed that we had the hypnosis during the previous battle, even before we got that. The animation for that will play on the day after you reach the level, but you will have the abilities before the animation has actually played. What will you do? We shall use... Wow, that's a lot. Put the crystal fang in your mouth and rest. Activating the memory crystal will take all sun. It can only be done once before it is depleted. Before your first great sleep, you discovered this last legacy of your birther creator. From what you have learned through your research of it, it has the power to guide your dreams to specific places within the inner one song. Wisely, you have waited until adulthood to make use of it. You are now strong enough to contain all it could have to offer. Placing it in your mouth, you untether your mind from your body, and you are flying airlessly through the shadow side of reality. Islands of color and scent emerge before you. Vantage of the skyward reach. You would recognize that widely kin anywhere. Why did your creator believe it important? And this is obviously Darktooth the Wise, elder and far scholar of the kin. It possesses many strange artifacts in its watery lair. This place, it looks like an ordinary forested hill, but it is not. There is something very important here, something connected to Vantage and Darktooth. That hill is not far from here. You will remember it when you awaken. So many experiences, so many truths. Your birther creator led a fierce and bright, shining life of terror and strength. It learned so much. Whenever any being dies, a world dies. This is the truth. At last you understand. The Emerald Flame, former master of the Spirit Wood and your birther creator, put its most precious memories into the crystal. Many thrilled or horrified you, and the experiences have made you more robust as a living being in every way. In hours, you have seen much of this beautiful world. That will level up every single one of our elemental masteries by at least one level. There's some rumors online about when you get to an adult, it does more, but I'm not certain about that, so, you know. We can get pissed off. We are even sneakier. It makes it even easier to kill people on a hunt. People, animals. We are... this is the point where you can literally just grab an artifact and go, hey, what are you? And it just tells you without wasting a sun. Okay, next we visit the tree. The sacred glen. Though your eyes see only a wooded hollow, your whole being can sense the deeper truth. This is a living labyrinth, tenderly maintained by many subtle beings who have been drawn here over the ages. The essence lines of Earth herself converge here, each pathway a vein or artery coursing inexorably toward or away from the heart, where old is made new. Now that you have trod the clouds, you can bypass the maze and fly straight to the center. But only the worthy may stand in the glory of the living one. Dare you approach? Well, that's easy. You just see how they all glowed green? Ding! We're good. You alight before the tree. Humbly, you fold your wings, bow your head, and surrender your pride as you enter the chamber between the roots. Even as an adult, there is somehow more than enough room for you here. You lie down in the middle of the ferngully tree and close off your senses one by one until your body is perfectly still, save for the thrum of the rhythm. Sleep sets into your flesh, and your mind is tempted to follow one of millions of false pathways leading to shallower pools within the dreaming. But from air, you have learned intelligence and self-expression. From fire, you have learned passion and strength. From water, you have learned flexibility and perspicacity. And from earth, you have learned humility and fortitude. That's the final designs of all those four, by the way. We are not too far from this one. Not too far, and not too far. You cannot be distracted or deceived. Your way cannot be barred. Temptation is powerless before your hard-forged will. Poised in the center, you abide. Multiplicities and distinctions fade as the many become four, and four becomes one. Hello again. My sweet Fang, greatest of those who push earth toward completion, hunter of your own heart. Your body and essence are nearly fully wrought. In you are etched the numbers, and painted are the signs. Before you lay three paths. They are the paths trod down by the great ones of your people. Choose a path, and receive from me a mighty gift, that you may walk with beauty upon your way. Which will you choose? I choose none of these. These are the three paths laid out before you. I have prepared rich gifts for you, if you will but sing which will you follow. Chase not after our shadows, and be not afraid. Be not afraid! Choose. We are going to go... I choose a different way. Are you so proud that you would reject the answers found by those who have survived turnings beyond your imagination? Do you desire difference for its own sake? Are you caught in a thought trap such as the no-tails fall into, in which you sacrifice so much for nothing but assurance of your own uniqueness, your own superiority? If you turn from the three, you shall receive no power from me, my Fang. Choose and gain my blessing. I choose the fourth way. At last you see it. The fourth way. The dreaming door. Beyond it lies the greatest treasure. You are certain of nothing else, but that is enough. The voice of the spirit surrounds you. Only one who has walked all of the myriad pathways and gathered the 20 keys may challenge the dreaming door. No one Drac may tread all of the roads, gain all of the keys. But this is not your first life as a Drac, nor your last. Many times have you been created, and many times destroyed. I will be honest, I was actually kind of planning for this end of the game before, and it's what we're going to go with. Many other realities which have been etched with your claw prints. When the 20 thin keys are yours, and the 10th degree of the 4 attained, the door shall appear. The sacred numbers, which I have given to my children, shall become the final test. The first is given to the weavers, the second shines silver, and the third is swallowed. Go then, and know that if you dare to transgress the dreaming door, you shall, at last, lose everything. You awaken much later. Sun is dying, and you know much better than to be here when darkness falls, for night and the great green are lovers. Even a great Drac would be crushed between them when they come together. Returning to your lair, you ponder what you have learned. You have received no blessing, but now you know the way to the true end, the greatest treasure. Are you truly among the few who can find the fourth pathway? Even to dream of it is terrifying. What lies beyond the dreaming door? If we had chosen one of those pathways, we would have gotten a lot of elemental mastery. Took a risk. Oh me, oh my, oh dear. A sharp smell of fear paints the air this sun. No tails have come to the spirit wood to gather life. Most of the predators in your territory either hunt things too small to be of concern, or take little enough that your personal diet is not deeply impacted. These new hunters, however, are different. Able to slay from a distance, they give their quarry no chance to run or fight. They visit frequently, and harvest many large good beasts each time. Some of your favorite hunting grounds will soon be affected. It would not be enough to ensure your starvation, but the wealth of prey to which you are accustomed may become a mere memory. On the other hand, the tailless have long memories and are known to be unnaturally vindictive. Perhaps allowing them to continue this behavior would be less risky, though your core and essence both chafe at the prospect of allowing these outsiders to take from the bounty which sustains you and is rightfully yours. What will you do? Drive them away, but let them live. Your flame-belching and deafening song of challenge is enough to set the food thieves fleeing away, leaving some of their gains behind. As there is no point in leaving the good beasts' bodies to rot, you enjoy a nice meal. Nom 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 nom! Okay, next we can visit here, but we're not going to. This is treasure. Let's go ahead and get this done. A pleasure flight brings you over a forested hill, one among infinite piers in the Great Green. There is nothing at all special about it, except it is empty. There are no beasts of any kind on or near it. Not even tiny beings have left any scent traces here. The trees and plants are thriving, but they are alone. This clean smell. The sound of only the wind in the trees. No, wait, there is another sound. Something mouthless is screaming hopelessly into the dead air. Land and investigate. This anti-song is powerful indeed and hateful in the extreme, but you are patient and have endured much. Other beasts may flee, but you are different. Reaching deep within yourself, you summon the essence of earth, which stands unmoved against all. You are a rock, a simple stone. You have no flesh, no ears. You cannot be harmed by this. There. Yes. Through sheer force of will, you have nearly deadened yourself to the world of sound. But you should move quickly. Maintaining this level of focus, of denial, for long would be dangerous, if even possible. This is what is killing the air with that noise. It seems to be made out of shinestone, though of no familiar kind. Most of it is buried under the hillside, but just how large it really is cannot be discerned. There is a triangular hole large enough for a tailless or a kin hatchling to fit through, and a few points of blinking color on the sheer silver flank. No obvious way for a being as great as yourself to enter it seems to exist. What will you do? Ooh, we do not have the level for that. We cannot do that. We can try to be that. Let's be smart. The lights blink and shift, dancing jerkily across the mirrored surface. The presence of the terrible keening noise makes it difficult for you to focus, but at last, you recognize a certain pattern to the movement. It takes a long while and quite a few tries, but you discover that touching them with your muzzle in a certain sequence causes them to move inwards towards each other. At last, you get all of the lights into the same space, and that opening widens, allowing you entry. Aliens! Though you may outlive Earth herself, you would not be able to properly describe this place to one who had not smelled it for themselves. Light, shape, and texture are fornicating brazenly everywhere you look. The scents here have no analog of which you are aware. Only one thing is certain, you were absolutely not meant to find this. Thought is both chilling and electrifying. What will you do? Take what you can from here as a treasure. A few small objects can be detached and yoinked, and they are yours, and yada, and here you go. Oh. In the process of determining which can and cannot be separated, you accidentally activate some kind of mechanism and trigger a shinefall of small golden discs. They're spraying everywhere. What are they? They have small holes in the center and reflect rainbow colors. In any case, they constitute a mountain of treasure and smell perfectly amazing. This discovery alone has made the risk more than worthwhile. I'm going to skip examine the area because it does literally nothing. With just a little pressure, the hole swallows the rod completely. Just when you are thinking you may have lost a perfectly good artifact to curiosity, it pops back out again. It is somehow different than before. Jagged light now dances along its length. Leave. After that insanity, we're just like, that was weird. Okay, let's... that is a good mother. Well, I'm not going to deal with her just yet. Here at the edge of the Empire Reeds, a curious edifice stands. Though it is made from good, damp earth flesh and blends well with the land surrounding it, the strange top and the wood strider skin grimly hung across the entrance leave no doubt. This is a no-tail dwelling. Strangely, however, the smell of the no-tails is rather light here. The air tastes fairly clean and is rife with interesting overtones. Sweet herbs, ash, feathers, and something like a slide claw. Very odd. The dwelling is too small for your glorious body to enter without issue. While your head and neck should fit, you quietly push aside the woodstrider skin with your nose and investigate.
It's a big kitty. It's a little bird.
He's doing science! The lair contains many things. Despite the many fur beast pelts and the fleshless shrieker corpse somehow fastened to the wall, the reek of decay is absent. Instead, the air here is warm, making you want to yawn, and redolent with the sweet odors of lavender and sage. A light calmness sets into your mind. It is odd. Usually being near anything associated with no-tails would cause you alarm. But there is something different about this place. A short-tail slideclaw lounges expertly on the remains of a great lumberer, raising its head slightly as you enter and addressing you.
Do you seek the artist?
The slideclaw blinks slowly, waiting. Ask about the artist.
Yes, the artist, the tailless creator. Not my creator, nor that of any living being, of course, but a creator nonetheless. The artist, as I name it, is transfixed with the beauty of nature. It will spend whole suns doing nothing but studying the masterpieces of Mother Earth. A green golden leaf from a venerable tree, the patterns within the clouds, even the bodies of good beasts. It then creates marvelous things, mostly plant blends which can banish dis-ease and haste and healing, but other things as well. It also makes music, sometimes with its own voice, sometimes with other objects. It uses this music to praise sun at his rising and setting, moon as it slims and fattens, and earth at all times. It never eats flesh. Instead, it combines plants, water, and fire to create nourishment, yet another form of art. Each creation reveals and magnifies the hidden patterns present in all of reality. Never have I seen or smelled such a bizarre yet wondrous way. Still, I do not believe there is anything here that would especially interest an avaricious Drackkin. The few chips of gems and shinestone it keeps would be too small for an adult of your people to bother with.
Ask the slideclaw about itself.
My people, the short-tailed slideclaws,
Bobcats.
are the shamans and seers of our kind. Though we have lived in these lands for turnings beyond knowledge, few now remain. Most of us have gone coldward and riseward for reasons which would not concern the kin. Like all slideclaws, we are of such perfection that mere survival is no longer interesting to us. Instead, we seek amusement. Unlike the arrogant, lesser, and brutal great slideclaw, alone among our kind, we find amusement in the discovery of that which we call art. Earth has enclosed within herself and her myriad creations hidden patterns and beautiful secrets. We seek out these works of life art and then treasure them in our minds. We ourselves are a work of art, as are you, O Drac. A harmony of competing symmetries, flowing flesh and intention.
Ask about the blackburn in the back. The slideclaw glances towards the feather beast perching on the branch in the back of the lair, and yawns dismissively.
That old thing. It has been here with the artist for even longer than I have. That is long indeed. It rarely moves. I don't believe it can truly fly anymore. I have never seen it do so. Every once in a while it sings, but its songs make no sense. I have no idea why the artist continues to allow its presence. It is more a pile of dirty feathers and hollow bones than a proper good beast. You are better off not considering yourself with it.
You glance over at it, feeling it tickle in your mind like a distant song. but the Blackburn appears to be fast asleep. Ask when the artist will return.
I am uncertain, but its journeys away from here have been shortening of late. Old age has withered its flesh and bent its bones. Its mind is sharp as a fang, but such a thing is of no avail against the grateful. No doubt the artist will return soon. It no longer has the strength to travel far. If you return at another sun, it will probably be here.
Goodbye.
What occurs now, mighty Drac? There are rumors that the Draken, even mighty as they are, fear the no-tails and destroy them when they can. Will you destroy this place and deprive Earth of a great artist, or risk the wrath of your people by letting it stand?
Let it stand, for now. In response, you remove your head from the entryway and depart. This mud mound will stand, for now. After all, the slide-claws talk of an artist was intriguing. Perhaps another visit will allow you to meet it. It is only fair to smell the truth for yourself before passing judgment. All right. Away we go. We could just go back and visit, but we're going to stop by. Actually, hang on. We are going to. We're going to ignore this. I know what's here, but we're going to ignore it for now. Doggies! Is this the Riverwood? That bastion of purity zealously guarded by one of your own? Where is its kinlord's scent boundary? Certainly things change during a great sleep of turnings, but you have never thought such a sharp transformation was possible. Why would Warden allow no-tails to build a hivelet here? Air betrays you with a shift of wind. It is fond of doing that. Which brings your scent to the enslaved clan singers who guard this place. They begin yelling frantically, "Danger! Danger! 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 Help! 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 Help!" You do not hear or smell any tailless nearby, though a few tree tails dance up the trees. Trees, startled by the racket. You could just leave, but with no tailless about, this might be a rare opportunity to enter one of their hivelets and learn something of them. And who knows, there may be a treasure inside. Danger! 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 Help! Help! Apparently, clan singers lose their minds when they join the no-tails. This is very annoying. Scare them away with a blast of fire. You bob your head, coughing up the fire seed, and lay the noisy things in flames. They scramble, retreating to higher ground. But once far enough away, they turn and begin yelping again. That fire would have driven away even a lumberer, but so fanatical are these things that they will not run, not even from a kin. You did hurt them, however. Sing. You're bad, very bad, an enemy full of the gods. Yes, your blazing breath and sharp claws, your colorful feathers, these things are not part of the new way. Leave now and stay away, stay far, far away and never come back, or the gods will smite you. As their sigils draw across your mind, they continue to assault your ears with their horrible, hollering mouth squall. Ask why they have joined the alien no-tails. Not no-tails, gods! They are the gods! The new gods have shown us mercy, given us food, safety, and great love. Filled with compassion, perfect are they. Our pups survive, our bellies are full, and our cold times are warm and safe. The dead of night, the prophets of our people sing of the gods' greatness. The gods are so humbled that they come out and silence us, even striking us if we continue. Such humility, such enlightenment. Yes, their mighty music even allows them to control Earth herself, making her breath nice for them to eat. They can even fill mighty hill bags without even touching them, bouncing sharp things into them from afar. We have sworn an oath, a mighty oath of binding. We are theirs, and they are our gods forever. In 10,000 turnings, the Drac will be gone, slain to the last by the gods, and we will remain in trust and sacrifice. And even then, it will not be enough to show our love for them. Praise the new gods. Earth and when they attend the stars, we shall go with them, while your bones will rot in the dust. Earth and sun gave us nothing. The new gods give us everything. Yeah, okay. Gladly, you cannot win! Can't win, huh? I'm just gonna bop you on the face a couple of times. I'm gonna use fire a couple of times. See if that helps up the fire mastery, because the fire is the weakest one right now. Oop. Didn't choose right that time. That's fine. One is dead, the other is bleeding and wounded. Yes, I did in fact attack the dogs. Dogs being loud and frustrating and in the way. The once clan singers have been defeated. They still cling to life, but can no longer dance. They have also stopped yelling, probably because it is too painful in the current state.
Destroy us then, Draken. We will never break our oath to the gods. The gods will surely punish you for this. They will find you and end you with your incomprehensible music.
Oh, you're crying.
Leave them to their ignorance. The recalcitrant beasts are stunned as you calmly pass them by. It never occurred to them that you might be so powerful and confident that you would find them unworthy of further attention. It feels right, though, as you do so. You cannot force other beasts to see as you see, or understand the greater reality as you understand. Their last growled curses fall uselessly as rain into sea as you enter the hivelet.
We're gonna steal some shit.
It is rather dark in here, especially with your hindquarters blocking the entryway. Alas, this is as far in as you can squeeze yourself. No matter, you can smell several interesting objects nearby, such as... What is this? It smells part tree, part beast. Yes, the curve is a quiet built of elm, and this straight line smells like some kind of large fur beast. A hillbag, perhaps, or a plains runner. It seems somewhat elastic. That was interesting. There's definitely something appealing about that sound. It also seems foreboding for some reason, but that is part of its charm. There seems to be quite a lot of dead, dry grass in here. Perhaps they are hoping, in vain, that the sweet smell will cover up their own stink. Is this a tailless hatchling? No, it doesn't have a rhythm, and it isn't flesh inside. Are they trying to make more no-tails out of grass? It might be possible, depending on what strange powers they have. A terrifying thought. There's definitely something here. Another tree and beast object. Beast skin, great grazer from the smell, and tree flesh. Are the tailless trying to combine trees and beast into something? It seems popular. Perhaps there is something inside. You will begin by lightly striking it with a claw. That was unexpected. Your feathers are now quite puffed out. Definitely hollow. Just an empty container. Just one more time. Enough now. Moving on. Aha! Shinestone. The type that begins sun-colored and ends sea-colored. A lovely aroma. But you have never seen a shape like this in nature. Could the tailless be able to change shinestone? There's a small pit full of ashes and burnt tree remnants, so perhaps they could melt it. But how could they convince it to form such a symmetry once melted? It is frozen in a moving circle, like the shape of the water element. This reeks of plains runner, but it is actually a second skin. These are the slain good beast pelts with which the tailless cover up their bodies. Obviously, they do this because they are constantly cold. How painful that would be! That would also explain why they keep fire spirits in the small central pit. They should learn the fine art of sunbathing, or just go warmwards like the feather beasts in season. It is difficult to know what to make of these discoveries. The objects are too well used to be a part of a trove, if the tailless even have those. Still, perhaps they might have some value. The tailless, they return! All that mindless yelling from the clan singers may have brought them back, or perhaps mere chance. In any case, you still have a chance to escape. If you quickly leave empty-mouthed, you may escape unseen. But if you take these souvenirs, they will surely spy you as you go. Of course, if the tailless were simply destroyed, that would not be an issue, would it? Gather up these things and run! You gather up everything you can in your maw and squeeze backwards out of the hivelet, lightly bashing your head on the portal frame in your haste. You were definitely seen by the tailless, but they were so stunned by your beauty that you were able to make a clean escape. You have not yet discovered Warden's whereabouts, nor why the tailless are so close to your lands. The trail leads coldward, deeper into what was once the riverwood.
We got stuff!
The drum's the favorite. Hang on a sec. Ah! A sting in the darkness. You awaken, fragments of your interpreted dream falling down around you. There are no strange sounds or scents, just a tiny niggling pain in the neck.
A real crick in the neck.
And then the cold dripping slow outside your throat, but inside your skin flowing down. Your core is turning to ice. You can barely feel your body. Something is numbing you from within, a poison unknown. You twist, scraping your head against the wall until something falls away. A tiny claw. There's some kind of fluid on it which smells like a well-crafted insult to life. This will not stand. Creep slowly toward the mouth of your lair. Uncoiling yourself, you slide forward on your belly. Attempting to shove away the rage and fear building inside of you would only make them stronger. Excuse me. Instead, you breathe slowly as you creep, imagining your mind being bathed in cool water. It is dark, but all of your senses are open and clear. Even so, you just barely notice that some kind of strand, like a thick piece of weaver web, has been laid across your lair entrance, a fang's height above the ground. Slowly and carefully, you step over it, arching your back so that your belly does not disturb it. Once you are well out of the way, you trip it with your tail. It is some kind of horror arm, made of severed, sharp-twisted tree flesh. Had you not been moving with water's own clarity and grace, those awful claws would be embedded in you. The green is alive with the usual sounds, the singing of tiny beings, leaves brushing against each other gently in the breeze. Your enemy must be very skilled to tread the delicate surface of night without disturbing it. Moon is thin and veiled. Your eyes will be of limited use. You flick your tongue out, tasting the wind. Small traces of tree tail and various small feather beasts linger in the air from suntime. And you can taste a few tiny beings of the night, laced with a bit of shrieker drifting down. A denser smell, the tang of a great lumberer. That is no surprise. They often amble in the darkness, hunting bush riders and smaller night beasts. And then it hits you. Born on a great gust coming up from Wormwoods. No tail. At least one tailless is nearby. Absolutely nothing else smells like that. But there is an even more interesting zest, the scent of a kin. Certainly that would be the biggest threat. This must be investigated. Follow the kin spoor. Making your way closer... Oh, sorry. Look at it! It's so cute! It's pretty! Making your way closer to the source of the kin scent, you descend into a heavily wooded dell. The trees crowd around, anxious to bear witness to your vengeance, no doubt. From the scent, it is an emerald kin, and hiding just inside this rather undignified hole. Your approach has been very quiet, and from downwind, of course. What will you do? Something is not right here. That scent, you have encountered it before, turnings and turnings ago. It is... Flare. The young kin who was first to challenge you after you won your stewardship over the Spirit Wood. That is its scent. There is no mistake. That cannot be. Flare was never heard of again after that. Either met its end or found a home so far away that not even a rumor of it reached you. The scent is a little too clean. Nor is there any trace of the heavier scents that would be left behind if a queen squeezed itself into this hole recently. Also, hiding in a hole and trapping one's lair is distinctly unflare-like. That simple-minded, bombastic kin was never one for subtlety. This is a trap. How your enemy obtained something with Flare's scent on it is unknown, but it does not matter. There is no Draken here. This must be all the design of the Tailist, though it is alarming that they could devise such a thing. You turn Wormwards towards the threat. The source of the other scent rests here, at the end of this ravine. By the smell, at least one Tailist lies in wait. As you approach, a sudden stampede of stones charges down the slopes at you from both sides. A trap! And mighty enough to cripple or even destroy you! Can anything be done? Use your great strength to grasp a boulder and use it as a shield. Lift an entire great stone? A young kid such as you? Can it be possible? Summoning all of your deep rage at this cowardly attack and the strength of all of your inner fire, you seize the largest stone and use it to shield yourself from its brethren. Your limbs burn, but you have decided that you will not perish here. You will show your enemy, whatever it is, exactly what it means to threaten one of the true children of above and below. You have done it. For one so young to have accomplished such a feat of strength is almost unheard of, but you have done it. Casting your stone shield aside, you discover a heavily soiled pile of used tailless second skins. At the end of the ravine, it was nothing but a decoy. Both of the obvious clues led to traps, which leaves you with only one possibility. There is only one other scent. It is a great lumberer, and yet not a great lumberer. The scent is that of a greater good beast, but it does not move like one at all. Before you can react, it flings a web of woven plant fires over you. You can still fight, but flight and escape are now impossible. Only by destroying this not a lumberer will you end the terror of this night of destruction. A dance most grim begins. The mysterious creature cannot escape, and turns to face you in final combat. You cannot retreat from this fight. Stand with pride and fight with honor. We have the true dance. We have rage. Do we have anything higher? Start with fire. Okay. Can't use fire again. We'll just be faster. Let's do venomous bite. And I bite, and I bite, and I bite, 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 and I bite, 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 and I bite, bite, bite. Incinerate. Let's try Fire Flash. We did it! That's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Just... You have won. The threat is over. You will live to see sun again. It was a tailless all along. All of the traps, all of the suffering came from a simple no-tail. It even went so far as to bathe in the essence of a great lumberer and wear its skin so that you would not suspect its true identity. Doubtless, your recent actions against the no-tails caused this. It was their revenge. No matter. This wretched, not even a beast, dared to make a mighty kin its prey. It is now helpless before you, and too badly wounded to survive. Its eyes, however, show no fear, nor even hatred. If anything, its look is one of acceptance and respect. You can only hope you never have the ill fortune of facing such a clever and strong-souled enemy again as long as you live. How will you end this? Hypnotize it, sending it back to its people with a false message. You focus on its eyes, burrowing into them in search of the mind behind them. It is strange and heavily veiled in darkness and etherism, but at last you find it and begin to imprint it with your song swaying your body. You have succeeded. The mighty Draken you pursued is no more. You have succeeded. Your people need no longer hunt the Drak of the Spiritwood. You have succeeded. It takes quite a long time, as the tailless's mind is very strong. It's very, very strong. But eventually, it forgets the truth and believes what you continually force it to picture. The Draken which enraged its people is destroyed, it believes, and there is no further need to enter the Spiritwood. You carry it out of the green into the tailless-infested lands. It will probably perish in a matter of suns, but it should live long enough to pass on the deceptive message to others of its kind. Judging by the fact that no other seed come to destroy you for a long time after that, it seems to have worked. Level up! Okay. Let us visit the artist again. And then we will try to blitz through the no lands, the tailless. You have returned to the tailless lair on the outskirts of the Empire of Reeds. Hoping to find the mysterious artist, you look inside. Red! Fire. That must be it. It is hard to tell, as it has wrapped itself in some kind of skin cocoon. But it is definitely a tailless, an old giver of its kind. The long fur of its face blends with that of its head and shows clearly. It bows its head to you once, sits still. You smell very little fear in the air. There is something about this being which provokes a deep curiosity. Perhaps if you offered it something a token, you could ingratiate it. On the other hand, it is a tailless, and they are rumored to be treacherous. Whatever you give may be used against you and the kin in time. Show it the Ember Circle. You drop the string of amber stones which you obtained so long ago in Heartbone Valley on the dirt floor. Slowly, the no-tail struggles up to its bizarre, upright stance and picks it up in its smooth paws. As it gazes at the circle of amber stones, Water begins to drip from its eyes, flowing down its flat face. It lets out a muffled cry. Is it melting? Then it looks up into your eyes and does something you believed impossible. It sings to you. I remember so long time. Children, my child, my valley river. I remember, I dream, I hope, I returned, I old, too beautiful. Its sigils are crude and shaky, but it is singing. It has been long believed that the tailless cannot truly communicate as other beings do, mind to mind. Some say their minds are too polluted, others too foreign, too different from that of those born true of earth. But this one is different. Perhaps it was created so, or perhaps changed by its encounter with you unknown turnings ago in Heartbone Valley. Perhaps it is merely very strong within. Before you can respond, it seizes a small container from the slab of stone in the back. Examining your body carefully, it gently rubs a cool white salve on any visible wounds, burns, or sores. The artist looks at you. You wish it had a tail. It is very difficult to know what it is thinking without one. At last, with great effort, it stares at you and sings, Wish, last wish, wish help, help you, help I, help all. Will give much, give, you receive. Be friends, please. What will you do? Ask the artist about itself. The flat face sighs. Strange I, always, body weak, different, unwarrior. Cared about stars, plants, beasts. Mocked, struck, small. A gleam then enters its eyes, but inside, not weak. Smell truth, hidden things, connections. Spirits, could hear them, feel them. Beast friends, spirit friends, plant friends lend bodies, essence. Friends saved my tribe. Become I, shaman. It gestures above its head with a foreleg. High shaman, very high, but still low before earth, before sun, before friends. Now old and weak, and soon, but unscared I. All ends is good. But you, last friend, last give, last receive, much gratitude. Ask the artist about its people, the tailless. The artist is surprised at the question for some reason. It strokes its face for thinking before finally responding. Gods, it points upwards. Gods come down, make us to help, helpers. Help tend earth, help save, destroy. It pauses, and then comes up with a sigil. Chaos, destroy, chaos. Some good, remember that helpers. Keep helping, try. Some forget that helpers, no help, just self. Forget earth, forget gods, want everything. Points to itself. Not gods, just helpers. Try to help, but sometimes forget. But difficult, but try. That, us. Ask the artist about its good beast companions. It gestures to the slide claw. Good friend, give health, freedom to friend. Friend, give peace, joy back. Trade. It gestures to the blackburn. Old friend. Good. Best. Many times help, both ways. Waiting, but still strong in secrets. Many others. God now, but still. It pats its chest, just above its heart. Living. Yeah. Ask the artist about what it means by friends. Friends is like family inside, but not outside. Friends is connecting, bindings, free. It struggles, searching for something. It seems to find it. Friends is when seeing joy. I see friend, I joy. Friends see me, friend joy. Deep joy, two ways. That's rather interesting. The life of a Drac, such a thing is rare indeed. You've been happy to encounter other beings, your prey, but they are seldom happy to encounter you. Even other Drac are fearsome threats which you have never been joyous to meet. It sounds a little like compassion, but more long-termed, more focused, more permanent. Perhaps it does not exist, a fallacy of weak social beings. Perhaps it is something else. It does not feel pleasant to think about. Ask the artist about how you can help each other.
Want. Make great treasure. Treasure to share. Share with all. You I, but need stones. This many.
It holds up 3 potentacles.
One heavy, shine stone, quiet, special. Like this.
Traces several square shapes in the air.
Heavy. 2 antimony. Clean stones, banishes wrongs. Makes perfect. Shiny, like this.
It scratches something into the dirt, which looks like a ball of long spines.
3 unpoisoned stone. Not true stone. Not earth stone. Made inside beasts. Big, big beasts. Long time. Destroys poison. Then can have treasure. Give treasure. You, I, all. Also can give knowings. Many. Knowings of beast friends. Knowings of feather, fur, scale.
Give the artist something it requires for its treasure. Oh. All things we don't have. Well, we'll be back. I don't know how to get those. I think we've missed out on all of those.
I feel you. The heat, the light, the burning. Come to the fire mountain, the fourth lair. Be prepared to triumph and gain much. Be prepared to perish and lose all. Come.
When you awaken, you somehow have knowledge of an island, far and yet near, where the Elder of Fire awaits. Even to dream of it filled you with pain and smoky hot ambition. Dare you answer such a call? You. Piss off, sir. There's this thing about the heavy cube that I don't know how to get. I don't recall how to get those things. These days I just kind of not. We would need 450 shiny things in order to replace that, and oh boy, we can go over here. Let's go over here for this sun.
Ooh, what do we have here?
The combined sense of shinestone and strangeness have brought you to this corner of the skyward reach. Here, some kind of shinestone portal leads directly into Earth's body. As you observe from behind a kindly stone which offers you just enough cover, you witness a small group of no-tails arrive. They leave a cache of objects, mostly the skins of good beasts and dead tree flesh, in the open. They strike the portal a few times, then hide nearby. After a brief wait, the portal opens, and 2 squat, outrageous-smelling beings emerge. These must be delvers, a kind of other seed who dwell in the great below. They examine the cache and put down a number of beautiful shiny things beside it, then retreat. The no-tails and the delvers then alternate making adjustments to the pile based on the offerings of the other. At last, a wordless bargain is struck. The tailers carry the shiny things away, and the delvers take their surface stuff back into the portal. It seems that the delvers are willing to exchange shiny things, and particularly lovely ones at that, for items from the surface world which are of use to them. If you leave an object here and strike the portal as the no-tails did, the underdwellers may emerge and bargain for it. Best of all, the parties hide from each other between adjustments. They will not even know they are dealing with a drac. Would you like to offer an item for sale? Offer the false face. When the delvers see the false face you found so long ago, they seem astonished. They run back into the portal and bring more of their kind to inspect it, all the while wildly gesticulating at each other with their forepaws. After a long, silent paw debate, a massive container made of the most precious, pure shinestone filled to the brim, with a huge number of colorful, sparkling gems is offered in exchange, including the value of the container itself, which is the finest you have ever smelled. You would value their offer at 250 shiny things. Will you accept it? No. The delvers merge once again, vigorously gesture at one another. This goes on for quite some time. At last, the elders among them very reluctantly place some kind of object next to the already offered riches. The offer has risen to 200 shiny things, plus it tastes like the one song inverted. They then force the deal by quickly carrying the false face inside and refusing to emerge. It seems that this is what you shall receive. But considering the uselessness of the face to you, the bargain was excellent. This should probably not exist. It smells like the one song inverted. Let's see what else there is. That's yeah, I missed that. That's okay. Uh, I don't think particular else that we. Okay. Return to your lair to rest. Talking. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. It's the lumberers. One son, you hear the crashing death scream of one of the forest guardians. A mighty tree which has stood for turnings beyond counting near the boundary of the Great Green. It was not at all rotten or diseased, and you cannot not imagine why it would fall. You decide to investigate. Doing so reveals a strange truth. The no-tails are murdering trees. Murder, a new idea which now comes to you, standing for destruction without defense or consumption. A cold thing, where new strength and life does not come afterwards, but only a hollow space. One by one, holding shinestone void envoys in their forepaws, you watch the no-tails destroy healthy tree after healthy tree. Perversely, they ignore the old and brittle ones who ought to be harvested, take only the vibrant, the unappointed. When they have murdered as many as their enslaved grazers can haul away, they depart. You approach the root-sprawling foot of a proud and generous tree you knew well, which is all the no-tails have left of it. It was home to many tiny and small beings, and a beautiful being in its own right, sprouting from the earth and slowly building a righteous empire of flesh ever sunward, stretching, reaching for the light. Now, that centuries-old empire has been felled in mere moments. Silently, the stump screams, attempting in vain to understand its demise, calling out desperate questions with its fading soul. You know it will take many suns for its suffering to end, and for it to attain true quiet. The sweet scent of its sticky, slow-flowing blood dances morbidly on your tongue. A sickness and a rage builds within your core, echoing through your essence. No being eats trees, and the trees were not threatening the no-tails at all. Your voice joins that of the bereft stumps left behind. Why? You soon learn that the incident is not isolated. Regularly, the no-tails come to the boundary of the Great Green and murder the trees, taking the bodies away to their hive and an unknown fate. What will you do? Attempt to frighten them away. You flow across the ground, belching fire and snapping your jaws. Seeing the shadow of destruction in your sharp eyes, they flee in terror. The green is safe once again, and you may turn to other matters. By your master regraded! Okay, we can actually now go do that thing about... Oh, I forgot about that. If you click check your treasure while you're at your place, it just takes you into your lair, just like, dumbass, come take a look. Okay, we're about halfway done. I don't think there's anything else here. I don't really care too much about these guys. Let's go here real quick. Oh, it's a fight! Two storms. One in the great above, another below. Neither yet begun, but both inevitable. You do not need to understand the yelpings of these tailless givers to know what is going on. Though they all look and smell the same to you, the group on the left must represent the local hive due to their positioning, making the group on the right foreign invaders. It probably isn't a full-on territorial challenge like those the Drac issue. Surely more would be fighting if everything were at stake. Still, it must be a serious matter if they would do the dance of destruction in the rain on just two thin legs. As you look on from just inside the cover of the Great Green, they begin casting things at each other, stones and fanged sticks from items of grazer's skin and dead tree, trying to harm their enemies without directly risking their own bodies. When this fails to resolve the situation, some shinestone-clad warriors gripping long, heavy-looking false talons and fangs charge their enemies, and a practical jamboree of destruction begins.
Jamboree? Oh boy!
The rain makes it difficult to see and smell. Only your hearing can be relied upon. The yelps you hear are often pained, and several of the dancers now lie on the ground. Most still moving, a few not. None of this is your fault. None of this is your affair, but there may be an opportunity here for a brave or cunning Drac. Remain hidden until the dance is finished. At times you are astonished by the bravery of these tailless dancers of destruction, and at other times by their cowardice. Sometimes individuals refuse to yield despite grave, life-threatening wounds. Sometimes they scramble for safety, though yet unhurt. The young and overeager are the first to fall. The older ones last much longer despite their weaker limbs, suggesting that dances like this are not uncommon in the life of a no-tail. Those who have endured have learned much battle wisdom. It is not an uncommon tactic, even among beasts. Risk the givers, protect the birthers, and let the survivors breed, strengthening the next generation. What seems cruel is that some of these young givers are not even given the chance to prove themselves, felled by projectiles from afar or cut down from behind by a dancer they never even saw. You have gained knowledge of a certain mysterious animal. Eventually, one side gains momentum and drives the others from the field who flee. Most of the winning side chases after them in pursuit, briefly leaving the field bare but for the slain and seriously wounded. Merge and quickly take what you can. This was the moment you were waiting for. The rain is coming down harder now, making vision unclear, but your nose leads to one fallen dancer after another. Several have gone quiet, and you relieve them of any shining or interesting things on their empty bodies without issue. But they are still rhythmic. Most are still rhythmic, some unconscious, some groaning in pain. What shall you do with them? Leave them for their suffering. A very interesting scent suddenly makes your tail grow rigid. Treasure! Following your nose, you come upon an older warrior, bloodied and unconscious. About its neck is an object made of that precious shinestone known as gold, which glows like sun and never rusts or fades. A younger tailless with a very similar scent is attempting to drag the heavy body to safety. When you draw near, it slowly and gently places its elder on the ground and turns to face you, death pole clutched tightly in its forelegs. It is babbling something at you, but you cannot understand. It reeks of fear and a little of its own red essence. Must have been slightly wounded in the dance. Why in Earth's name is it standing between you and what you obviously want? What could it have to gain by being destroyed here? It cannot possibly hold the life of that older giver as more precious than its own. Gold gleams wetly. The young tailless's paws are shaking slightly, but its feet are firmly planted. A little essence drips from a wound on its flank. Turn and leave. In the future, if asked, you would have difficulty explaining why you left without the treasure. You were certainly not afraid of one young, already battered tailless warrior, though some will think that you were. There was something stopping you, however. A scent, if you could call it that, coming from the youngling. A strange blue fire of an invisible kind. To face death itself, for such you are to them, in place of another. Madness beyond madness, stupidity most extreme, but also somehow only you can say whether it was simple fascination or admiration which moved you to leave those two alone. But you did so. Afterwards, you felt something strange stirring within your mighty, feathered breast, something which you could not name. Why are you so glad, so content to have lost a treasure? Why do you feel that you have somehow gained by letting it go? More mastery! We need more mastery. It is required. You are awakened by a lambent glimmer radiating from your trove. It seems that the silver fruit you obtained from the mysterious Brightling Grove is emitting a pale glow. You touch the smooth surface slightly with a claw. The air is suddenly heavy with the scents of unknown flowers, drawing you down and into yourself. Why, that scent? The flowers. Dimly, you become aware of the scent of lightning and shinestone. There is no breeze, no scent of soil or the sweet rot of plants. In fact, this place smells as though it never knew the Great Green at all, or even Earth herself. A dark hexagon, grim and mute, glares down at you. Ghosts drift about and stare at you from behind a wall of melted sand. A nightmare. You look around. No, you cannot move your head. You cannot look away. Your body can barely move. Trapped, nearly paralyzed. Is this how your story ends? No dance of destruction, no challenge, no last song? They destroy you. Your body will not even be eaten by Great Earth. Something horrible and other is scraping at the inside of your mind. Greetings. Still, lie still. No danger. No danger. No, wish your mind. Open, show us mind. To see inside. Give the inside of your mind. Give to us. You do not want to be here. Your mind and essence are urging you to break free and flee this place. Flee away farther than far. Keep calm and remain still. Although your instincts call you to action, you realize that the best chance for you to escape is to remain calm and understand this horrid reality and its ghosts. The calming influence of earth within you soothes your spirit. You are able to swallow your fire and meet whatever comes next with clear eyes. Truth, one truth, let mind combine, behold, feel, digest. The dark hexagon is suddenly shining light at you. Is that a wood strider? But you cannot see its essence. It is right there, but you cannot smell it, cannot smell anything but the lightning running through your bones, around you, into you. Forced to look at the image, you cannot help but feel respect. Of all the good beasts of the Great Green, the wood striders have the purest essence. They wear the crown. Just random photoshopped image slapped into the middle of a game, right, by the way. The wise among the kin respect them, even as they hunt them, and you are wise, you understand. Even stretched across the two bright hexagon, flattened and scentless, this is still a wood strider and worthy. Very worthy. Connection, submission, partial, conflicts with data, unexpected. Anomaly, mind index upgraded. The other shades shift about, though you can barely see them through the barrier. Your eyes are now assaulted by the image of a no-tail larva. Get it the fuck away from me. Kids are gross. What the fuck? Get away from me. Again, there is no scent and no essence to sense. Your immediate reaction is one of interest. Are the tailless connected to these other ghosts? You cannot see clearly through the barrier, but these others bear some resemblance to the no-tails. They are lighter, however. Brightlings, perhaps. That would make sense. The Brightlings are known to take interest in the tailless. As you begin to speculate about their possible relationship, you see movement among the bright beings outside. Hypothesization. Linking experience through logic. Cognizance of ambassador unit mimicry. Index upgraded. How long will this continue? Why are they forcing you to look and look and look? The tailless larva is now an object made of gleaming shinestone. It seems to be in the shape of a kin. It causes you to feel connection. It reminds you of yourself and all that you are. It is, of course, an image of yourself, at least in the abstract. Caught in shinestone, it brings out the organic poetry of your body. You are reminded of the other Jack that you have met and bested. The taste of victory or appreciation that came from such meetings. You feel the elements dancing inside you, as if attempting to communicate with the likeness of a drag. Self-recognition cited. Mid-level response. As the final image fades, the hexagonal surface darkens again. The bright beings seem to move forward and singing to each other, though all you hear is muffled patches of gibberish. After some time, the symbols appear in your mind again, somehow both sophisticated and crude, like someone attempting to sing a song which they have never heard before. Data collection complete. Presence of unregistered sentience confirmed. Gratitude. Interest. Or test required. 153 procedures scheduled. Thank you for your continued cooperation. Unable to protest, you are forced into a larger hive with more restraints. You cannot help but be fearful, but you know that there is nothing you can do at the moment. There is no way to measure time in this not place. You are forced to endure much. Poking, prodding, stabbing, questions, light, sound. The broken voice seems to be expressing thanks between each task. A cruel joke. Gratitude involves respect, and if they had any respect for what you are, you would not be subjected to this. After what feels like many moons or even turnings, small holes open above you, and from the holes comes the unnaturally soothing flower scent emitted by the silver fruit. We got abducted! Suddenly, you awaken once more in your lair. You are ravenous. Was it a nightmare after all? No. At least 4 suns have passed and the silver fruit is gone. What happened? And why? You have no evidence, no trace of the things which bound you to learn from or to take revenge upon. Still feeling sluggish, you stretch and begin your next sun in a world which you understand and which understands you. Elemental level up! Alright, we're back here again. The ignoble tree slayers have returned. This time, 2 warriors of their kind sporting shinestone second skins and long, sharp false fangs are keeping a close watch over the proceedings. It would seem that the tailless are rather bent on continuing this behavior. You could, of course, simply allow them their desire, but this is happening increasingly often. And with each fallen tree, your territory shrinks. The good beasts which you hunt, having less space, may also grow fewer in time. What will you do? We warned them. Die. I warned you once. Hiding behind stone skins was not enough to save these interlopers from the flames of your wrath. The others flee and do not return. Your territory is safe once again, though surely the No-Tails will remember this defeat. For now, though, you may feel proud in having fulfilled your duty as the living Fang of the Green. Okay, let's check the time. That's not too bad. We can... let's go here. We should be able to... yeah, let's do the Planesrunner. Silently draw nearer. Silently draw nearer. Let's do a kill, kill, kill. A kill, a kill. Nom 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 nom. Go ahead and do it again. We are sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Are you ready? Get ready. Acha. You have gained a lot of energy. Moderately sized fur beast. It's a foxy fox. What does the fox? Nobody likes that song. Nobody. All right, we have capped out on our energy. We have a fancy, fancy tail. Ah, these little things. I can't get put away. Your lair is suddenly a place of gatherings for thousands of tiny beings. These have only just become great enough to create, and many are actively engaged in their intricate dances thereof. And yet you notice that many are already going quiet, their miniature perfect essences fading away into death soon after completing their creative mission. You decide to call them sunflies, as their adulthood seems to last only one sun. As their birthers fly off to various places in the great green to birth their eggs and then die, one of their givers alights on your tail. It is exhausted and already having trouble controlling its body. It will soon lose its rhythm and go quiet forever. It sings to you with a humble, simple song.
Great being, how many suns have you seen?
When you reply that you have seen suns beyond counting, the ephemerid sings,
Great being, I wish I could see the moon wax and wane and taste for myself the winds of autumn, and all is sweet, colorful decay, but it is not to be. I must follow the music of my people and leave my shell behind, flying beyond the air with my essence into forever. But teach me before I go silent, is there more to the one song than the circle dance of destruction and creation? Have you tasted with your tongue of thousands of days something beyond, something which is outside the two forces?
yes, compassion. In very gentle colors, because even your song might destroy the ephemerid. You explain that you have touched upon the beautiful, imperishable soul of the great music, and you have seen how the many are in truth all one. You have learned to see yourself within other beings, even in the sunfly, to share in their pain and their joy. You promised the sunfly that its life was good and right, and you blessed the sunfly in the name of the one song, which sees the end of all worlds and yet never, never dies. The sunfly gives one last burst of song, a tiny yet perfect note of wonder and gratitude, and goes quiet. By the next evening, not one living sunfly remains. Their joy and their pain was sweet as nectar and bitter as ashes. What a blessed curse, and a cursed blessing is compassion, you cannot help but think to yourself. Okay, let us... Yeah, we need to visit the artist again. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and do that. Wish, last wish. Yep, we're gonna do the thing. Oh yeah, I forgot that provides air mastery and stuff. We are going to piss off the elders because we're going to take longer than they would like us to take. They are going to get the fuck over it. Ooh! A turn of a foot, a twist of a long, graceful neck, a brush, light, of feather on feather. A leap away, but then a turn in midair as they brought back together by a power sacred and mysterious. The great spear striders are dancing, splendid among the brave first flowers and the last shimmering frosts. Their dance heralds the beginning. The time of creation is nigh. Sweetly, sweetly it burns within you. It is the future, it is possibility. It is life itself, and it demands to be made manifest. The call is spreading, slowly, like tree roots through your core. You can resist it if you choose, but the spark of infinity, which is your essence, wishes to take on a new form, and only through you may it do so. In accordance with your trove and reputation among the kin, you may receive visitors who are interested in performing the sacred dance, which begets life with you, or you may seize the initiative and visit nearby Drac yourself. Some may wish to test or challenge you to determine your worthiness, and you too have the right to demand proof of them. It is absolutely imperative that you choose wisely, however. The very future of the kin hangs in the balance. As this is your first time of creation and you are still very young, more powerful or older kin will almost certainly not offer themselves or accept your advances. Indeed, most kin do not successfully create at all in their first time, but you are not most kin. Okay, we need to clear this out. We're going to go with party time. We need to get at least 2 or 3 of these guys. Flashes of unusual color catch your skyborn eye, and soon you are witnessing a remarkable event. No tales have gathered here, many of them. Some are from the nearby hive, but some are not. And yet no one seems to be alarmed at the presence of strangers in their midst. In fact, the entire affair smells like joy. The air is filled with many voices, many songs. If even half this many kin came to your land for any reason, you would be out of your mind. Why do they delight in being surrounded by so many competitors, so many possible threats? This bears investigation. What is your will? Observe the elder with the hatchlings. A wizened birther prunes to a small brood of hatchlings who have gathered on the grass. It demonstrates how to entangle the torn-off reproductive organs of plants into simple shapes, with which the hatchlings adorn their bodies. Some of the hatchlings are far more skilled than others at the task. One in particular seems to lack the necessary coordination or mental acuity, or both. You expect it to be struck, or at least shamed for its ineptitude. But, shockingly, the elder does not punish it. Instead, it puts the hatchling in its lap and shows it the process yet again, more slowly, and with even more care and encouragement. When the hatchling finally succeeds, they both celebrate. As a lone hunter, you are no great expert in the behavior of social animals, but in your observations of those among beast kind, there's little pity or patience for laggards. Underperforming hatchlings must be motivated by pain, and if that fails, abandoned or consumed. Otherwise, they may become a burden to their people. But from what you just saw, you are certain that this particular elder, at least, would never abandon a hatchling. Not ever. You can smell it on her soul. Observe the fighting adolescents. Whack! Crack! Clack! So this is how the tailless learn to fight with their nut bodies. Shining with sweat, a spicy ooze which forms on overheated tailless, these moderately sized flat faces strike at each other with stripped tree limbs. They seem to be enjoying the activity immensely, emitting excited yelps and the occasional ha-ha-ha sound. They use the weapons for both attack and defense. Sometimes they knock an incoming blow aside and follow up with an attack of their own while their opponent is off balance. Clever. By doing the dance of destruction with not their bodies, they are extending their reach and leverage. Their faces and vulnerable parts are kept safely out of the way, the dead weapons receiving the vast majority of the punishment. You wonder what that is like, not using one's face as one's primary weapon? Though the utility of this can't be disputed, the dance of destruction is sacred, and this feels like cheating. When one of them scores a blow, you expect the loser to be cross, but instead victories and defeats both seem only to increase their respect for each other. This dance of destruction is actually creating strong bonds between them. Let us go with the dancing ones. Joined at the paws, the tailless are prancing in a circle around a dead tree festooned with lesser plants and twisted into elemental shapes. Their feet move nimbly, crossing over each other at times. You never would have believed it if another kin told you that the new tails could move their bodies like this. They are also singing, their song rising in unison, following a set sequence, as does their dance. Obviously, they are skilled in memory and communication if they are able to plan and execute such complex dances and songs together. The true question, why are they doing this at all? It seems not to be leading to destruction, creation, or treasure. Why exert oneself if for none of those? As you continue to observe, you gradually realize that there is a strange sort of creation occurring here. Their essences are entangling, minds joining paths. They have even formed one large body, in a way. The centipede? Ah! They are joining together, but not to create new life. It is physically shallower, and yet deeper than that. Danger! Draken! I'll destroy her! Danger! It seems you are a little too close. A slave clan singer has scented you and is shouting again and again to attract the attention of its tailless masters. If you fly away now, you will surely be seen. Perhaps there is a way to avoid discovery, however. You could simply charge in and attack this gathering. Few seem to have any substantial means of defense, and some of the objects being traded would look fine in your trove. Use your camouflage ability to escape unseen. With a rush of sensation like water flowing over you, your scales shift color, taking on the subtle hues of the land. When the tailless come to see what their slave is singing about, they can see nothing and drag the still yammering clan singer away. You make your exit with the no-tails none the wiser, having spent the sun drawing closer to the truth about these bizarre invaders. Nope. Okay. Do I qualify yet? No.
Dance of creation!
Dance of creation means we want a bone.
We want to fuck.
We will go here. Sun bleeds onto the darkening hills. You are about to take flight for home when you catch the scent of several no-tails. Curious, you follow the trail to discover a modest troop, including a pair of armed warriors carrying a long, wrapped object up a hill. When near the summit, they lay the bundle down and unwrap it to reveal the quiet body of one of their own kind. It seems to have been recently destroyed. The descent of decay is not yet strong. As you watch, the no-tails lower the empty body into a long hole in the ground, carefully, very carefully, as though it is merely asleep, and they do not wish to wake it. Why be so gentle with an empty body? It does not feel pain, being devoid of mind. And why put it inside earth? It is a waste of perfectly good flesh to bury it where none can consume it. Even more shockingly, they then proceed to put more things into the hole. Glittering stones, pieces of amber cunningly strung together, a figurine of what looks like a lumberer what looks like a lumberer out of bone, even one of the shinestone false fangs which they use as weapons. Sometimes they murmur to one another, low tones, or lightly hold each other close. A few are emitting muffled cries rhythmically while emitting salt water from their eyes. Others rush to touch and whisper to such ones, who gradually become calm, but the warm, salty drops continue to fall. As the set word glow dwindles, they gather together, grasping each other's paws, and then lift their voices in song. Is this a true song? It evokes something within you, a feeling of despair, as though sun has perished forever and will never return, but also hope, as though the light will somehow come again, if only from within. You have heard many voiced songs before. The clan singers, for example, all sing together, but each one is careful to make a different sound from all the others, to clash, showing diversity and strength in numbers. This tailless song, however, takes all of the voices and makes them one. It is as though they are all briefly becoming the very same being, feeling the same emotions. They all seem to know just which tone comes next, and how long each should be. It is deeply intentional and fixed, yet also flowing and emotive. When finished, they fill up the whole together, enclosing everything, body and treasures, in the Great Mother's flesh. They stack a few broad, flat stones together atop the mound and depart one by one, leaving the two warriors to stand amidst the trampled grass and drying tears. When you have never heard anything like this, when any good beast dies, its kin simply leave it or even consume it. Om nom 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 nom. A body without a rhythm is just a shell, devoid of life forevermore. But these no-tails, they are different. They made a special place on earth for their quiet, sang to its deaf ears, put gifts into its cold paws. Why would they put such valuable things under earth, never to retrieve them? The only explanation would be that they believe that the quiet can still appreciate and use such gifts, but they cannot. Why waste that which would be of much greater use to the living? But most mysteriously, all of the living tailors gathered here were in pain. Deep pain. You could hear it in their song, in their cries, in their very breathing. Yet they were all uninjured. What was this phantom pain? Whence this gray-blue burden which seemed to be afflicting all of them? The demise of a fellow kin leads to nothing but a rush to claim its land and its trove. It is an opportunity for the living. Why trade happiness and gain for sorrow and loss? It seems mad. Something is tickling at your mind. You shake your head to clear it. An opportunity lies before you. Many valuables are buried under this mound of earth. Also, the body is still fresh enough to eat. What will you do? Leave. You are not hungry for food or shiny things at the moment. You decide to let Earth keep what these tailors have entrusted to her. They seem to be behaving as they had lost something very precious, as though, somehow, they had all lost the greatest of treasures. Could it be? New day! Have we got it? Have we got it? Have we got it? Have we got it?
Fuck yes!
Yeah, we need to blitz through these, I think. We'll have 3 more days after this, and I can do... Heading coldwards from the hivelet you discovered on the edge of the river wood, you are soon greeted by a remarkable sight and smell. Fur beasts. Large fur beasts. Many, many, many large fur beasts. It seems as though every great grazer and slave surefoot on blessed earth has gathered here to feed. The scent of them, and their prodigious waste, carries across the territory. A small group of slave clan singers on a nearby hill growl a curse and run, no doubt to raise their tailless masters against you. Of course, the grazing fur beasts are fearful. A brave, surefoot birther asks you cautiously,
Have you come to hunt, great Drakekin?
No. The masses breathe a collective grass-scented sigh of relief at the news. Some go back to their continuous destruction of greenery, but others aim their eyes and ears toward you, curious to know what would bring a mighty Drak to the gathering if not the scent of flesh. Two tribes seem to be coexisting here. The great grazers and the slave surefoots. The earth-shaking grazers were once fit and muscular, but now they resemble ambulatory slabs of meat. Their givers' milk parts seem swollen. The surefoots, with their strong legs and feet of stone, once plied the high regions. These ones are shaggier than their free brethren. Their givers have smaller head weapons, and their birthers have none. Indeed, there are few givers here at all, of either people. The vast majority seem to be birthers and their children. Sing as you will. Ask them about their tailless masters. Stay hydrated. Hydrate or die date. How do words? Jesus Christ, I cannot talk tonight. A surefoot birther, storyteller of its clan, sings, The gods are my masters. I shall lack nothing. They lead me to the green fields, where I lie down in safety. They lead me beside still, quiet waters. Body and essence alike they treasure and keep safe. They lead me down the right path, the good path. When the shadow of destruction falls upon us, sit still, I shall not fear. For the gods are with me, by neckband and by hookstick they comfort me. They arrange for me a green banquet while my enemies starve in the wilderness. They stroke my head gently, and I overflow with joy. Surely compassion and trust shall light my way like new stars, and I will follow the new gods for all my life, for all my suns and moons. There is a long, reverent silence, which an old grazer eventually breaks. The surefoots often sing that song. Now some grazers even sing it. Perhaps all of Earth shall sing it soon. I am only sure that life is better with the tailless guiding us. Their music is strange, and we do not understand their songs, but we will follow them. We must. We have grown fat and blunt-horned in our ease. We would be destroyed if we went back to the old ways now. Ask them why they have traded freedom for servitude.
What is freedom? Is it living in fear? Is it birthing gentle, clean-hearted children, only to lose them forever in less than a moon? Is it struggling to grow one's clan, only to have those we love slain again and again in the night by beasts of fang and claw? If that is freedom, then yes, we gladly have we given it away, and a new peace is ours. The new gods watch over us, closer than sun or even earth. The grazer matriarch sings, It is so. Whole suns, whole moons pass without fear. There is only life, only the feast. The no-tails lead us to the horizon. There are prices to pay. The tailless burn strange sigils into our hides, divide families, lash us with the skin of the dead when we are slow. Yes, they chew away our fur with stone teeth and pull us painfully by our necks. But when we are lost, they come to find us. They sing songs which are strange and pleasant. They will do the dance of destruction with all who threaten us, yes, even the Drak. Such is their compassion for us, and we repay it with trust. Sing as you will. Ask about the slave surefoots and their tribe. One of the rare givers, sporting a strip of what smells like grazer skin about its neck, answers, We are a tribe of the surefoot people, ancient masters of hill and dale. Once we knew not the blessing of the new gods, and stripped moss from jealous stone, the last leaves from naked shrubs to survive. Now the lowlands belong to us. There is more delicious green here than we could ever consume. When I was a child, there were so few in my clan that I sometimes felt lonely. Now there are more of us than there are stars in the great above. I cannot even hope to know all of their scents, and this is only one clan of my tribe, and one tribe of my people. All of this is the fruit of one great discovery, trust. This is the name we have given to what we have learned. The new gods will grant us wealth and increase our people so long as we do not doubt.
Doubt opens the path to fear, and fear to violence and exile. So we trust. Our birthers sing gentle songs of the new God's greatness to the children, and our givers lower their proud heads in their presence. Indeed, we hardly need our head weapons at all. Such things are relics of the past. Already, they are gone from our spirits and our birthers' bodies, and soon even we givers will be crownless. It is good. It is the way forward. The slave clan singers are returning with their flat-faced masters. There are many of them. Remaining here would probably be unwise. Fortunately, the hillside makes for an easy takeoff. Few downhill leaps and bounds, and the wind catches your wings. Soon the slave beasts are just small dots against the grass blanket. Their son, if you wish, you may return here to hunt. For now, you must be content with having learned more about the once good beasts who now live under the shadow of the tailless. They worship and adore the no-tails, who breed and harvest them like plants, who put up walls around them, who strike them and take away their young givers forever. Are such beasts mad, or is this the beginning of a terrible new sanity? Okay, I think we have one or two more days before we must leave. The highway above the Spirit Wood is being taken by more and more kin. It is time, they sing as they pass overhead. The Grand Moot, it is time. Your own thoughts are being drawn more and more to the gathering isle, the place appointed for this meeting of all Draken. The wind ruffles your feathers. You feel fate scraping against you. What transpires at the Grand Moot will surely change your life and bring an end to this final phase of you. I wish to take 3 more suns to prepare myself. We're gonna piss off the old folks. We'll be late. They'll get the fuck over it. 9th grade of mastery in the fire element, immune to all forms of heat and cold. 10th grade of mastery in the water element. 9th grade of mastery in the air element. I don't think we're gonna hit the... okay. 3 more suns is sufficient to complete this. Ooh, damn it, I should have come here sooner. Oh well. You get to even see it from the lower sky. It broods there, like a creator on its egg. This sprawling lair, which the no-tails have crafted out of tree flesh, is the crowning glory of the hive. Many times you have seen them entering and leaving. As the only lair large enough for you to fully enter, it represents a rare opportunity for you to gain knowledge and perhaps treasure. Ordinarily, you would not be able to get close without stirring up a swarm of defenders, but you have been watching, waiting. This sun, nearly all of the tailless have left and gone elsewhere, visiting a set-word ring of stones as they do each moon. Their hive cells stand empty. You were hoping that there would be no defenders remaining, but it seems as though 2 tailless and a slave clanslinger remain, probably to guard the hive's treasure. How will you deal with the guardians? We will just be distracting. Cleverly, you light and then stamp out a patch of grass upwind from their position. Twisting smoke, which remains, is accurate enough for even a tailless to smell, apparently, and one takes the clan singer to investigate, leaving the other alone. What now? Sneak in! The sky is rapidly darkening, leaving the tailless with only its poor ears and poorer nose to sense you. It is, of course, not enough. You slip through easily. This, by the way, upcoming, is one of my absolute favorite parts. I love it. Normally, the tailless use the skins of good beasts to cover the entrances of their hive cells, but this one features large flaps of tree flesh instead. Shinestone and beasthorn adorn the barrier. Pushing at it with your snout makes it bend inward a little, showing that it is weaker than the surrounding mass. It will not break easily, but it will break. On the other paw, the tailless must have a way to get past it without damaging it. Perhaps you could deduce their method. What will you do? Be smart. You conduct a full investigation of the twin slabs of dead tree. You quickly discover that neither pushing nor pulling on them will work. There is a very narrow gap, keen as a tooth, between them, and you can just barely make out something on the other side, barring the portal flaps. That must be what is preventing them from moving, but the space is very thin. Carefully, you insert a single long, thin claw into the gap and move it upwards. You feel it catch on the bar, and then, with a little effort, you lift it up and away. Nothing now stands between you and that which the no-tails value most. So cool. 1,000 years of dreams. 1,000 years of dreams could not contain this impossibility which now holds you in its warm, sharp jaws. It is music, swooping upward and downward, from side to side, under and over and around itself without ever making a sound. It is music, the soft, deep reality upon which all hard things float, stripped of its veil and splashed across the outer dimensions. It is music, bold magic of the stars meeting the cloud-shrouded night of the mind. Powerful emotions rise within you, as when you scent prey or behold sun's beautiful demise over the sea. You can taste the very essence of several creators in the patterns, the curves, the lines. Here in this place, the tailless have opened their deepest selves to each other. The intimacy of the act leaves you almost breathless. It is an altogether new kind of creation, one which requires neither maturity nor might, but the tender courage to draw forth one's own soul, let it stand naked before the others. How do they dare? Do they not know that one's innermost self must never be shared? Do they not understand the power it would give others? Or is this, at last, the secret of their alien minds, the key to their power? A new term is needed for what they have done here, because they have reached into their hearts and brought out half. You have decided to name it art. What now is your will? Examine the carved beams. These seem to be depictions of the essence of the Great Four. They flow up to down to up, closing a circle beyond the lair somewhere outside of existence. As the elements form the supports of reality, these carven representations support this large structure. The utility is both physical and spiritual. Powerful music indeed. Air, water, fire, and earth must extend far beyond Earth and Sun's domain into other worlds. Must be, or the other seed would not be able to understand them so well after such a brief time spent here. You have gained some air and fire mastery. Examine the floor. These patterns are water-shaped, but immutable like earth, and with air and fire shades dancing within. 4 in 1. Ingenious. There does not seem to be any given pattern to the changes between them, at least that you can deduce. Each is its own beast, full of meaning and quiet life. Would it be possible for you to create something like this? It seems lewd.
Lewd, you say? Oh my.
To smear one's inmost essence out like this. It is indisputably brave of them to try. You have gained air and fire mastery. Examine the far wall. Multifarious reality has been immortalized here. Stern-looking clan singers hunt noble wood striders across time itself, an endless dance of destruction. Outside of this lair, no tales seem to act without any regard to the sovereignty of the good beasts who have dwelt here, returning beyond count. It would be easy to assume that they feel no respect for any people but their own. But by such art as this, you may be certain, the tailless do find Sun and Earth's native children beautiful, in their own way. But if this is so, why do they murder the trees and chip away at the green, sub-murther of so many tribes? Do they immortalize them here because they feel the music and the essences of the clan singers and the wood striders, or only because they wish them to be abundant for the harvest of their flesh, their skins? It is love they feel for these good beasts, or only rapacious lust? Too much of their essence has been poured into this, for it to be merely the latter. And yet their actions belie the former. And what are these? Are these how they see themselves? Merging of beast elements with other seed? No, man, it's their true forms.
Be not afraid.
Do they wish to become good beasts after all? Or are these depictions of the others who created them? Could this be yet one more technique by which they attempt to gain their favor, their attention? No, this does not carry the scent of utility. They are not trying to do any one thing by this. Instead, they are trying to express something, to rotate it laterally in relation to concrete existence, bending it, trying to look at it from a direction heretofore unknown, unsung perhaps. Whatever the intent, it is difficult to look away. Everywhere your mind rests, a new small secret seems to lie half buried behind the forms. You search for treasure to take. Where to begin? This entire place is a treasure. There cannot possibly be anything else in all the endless one song exactly like this lair, if only it would fit inside your mouth. As for other things, there are some smaller objects elsewhere in the room which smell interesting. Color-smeared tree flesh baubles here, a few bits of shinestone there. You take them for yourself. What now is your will? Wise were you indeed to come here. You have seen the secret soul of the seed of the others. You turned to leave. It was right behind you the whole time, gazing at you with dead amber eyes. So this is what remains of the guardian of the Riverwood. By the smell of it, it was silenced 4, perhaps 5 turnings ago. Did they honor it with a true dance of destruction? Or was it tricked, trapped, poisoned? Did it end life in confusion? Well, it was known to have believed the tale is to be nothing more than annoying vermin easily quashed. Now each time they leave this place, the no-tails gaze upon its quiet head. Do they feel pride at having destroyed such an advanced being? Hatred for your people? Is it beautiful to them, or ugly? They seem to have attempted to augment it, replacing the eyes with calcified tree essence, and holding it together with gut string. Makes it look all the more violated and unnatural. They are not even allowing it to return to the mother and finish the great circle. What will you do? We're gonna take it back and bury it, motherfuckers. That is gross. Taxidermy is gross. Fuck that shit. The tailless will be wrathful to lose a symbol of their own power, such as the head of a kin. They may seek revenge, but you will not allow one of your own beautiful people to be divorced from the way of life with this false immortality. Seizing the head in your jaws, you abscond with it. Taking flight, you travel for a short while before dropping it into a deeper part of the shallow river near the guardian's old home. The water and silt will help it find the dissolution it deserves. Soon, nothing will remain but the bone, and then nothing at all, as it was meant to be. To attempt to preserve a body against the will of time is blasphemy. The void is worthy to receive all. We got another feather! You had already begun to suspect the demise of your fellow kin, not having encountered it alive yet was evidence enough. The true question is this. Why did no other kin move in to take over stewardship of the territory? Are the tailless so great a threat that other kin are not now powerful enough, bold enough, to assert their claims? Never before have you heard of such a thing. Kin are permitted to fear only each other. As you depart, you reflect on how greatly the way of this world seems to be changing. You have beheld the power of the no-tails directly this sun, and understand them deeply. Their soft exteriors hide a power beautiful and dread, mysterious and brutal, like nature itself turned sideways, like the rise of night, like a drakkin. Can we master it? Can we finish mastering it? Can we finish mastering it? We get it? Do we get it? Okay. We will visit the artist. We will give over some monies. And hopefully we will probably be cutting it very close. Okay, let's do it one more time, I guess. Absolute last chance. I don't think we'll receive the gift by the time we're done here, but that's fine. Come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Ah, we didn't get it. Damn it. You follow the gathering flight of kin coldwards and setwards to a large island emerging from the great blue. Here at the summit of the gathering hill, the future of the true children of above and below will be decided. Not since the skyfall has Drakkin kind been gathered together. To be so close to so many Drakkin is slightly terrifying. Your people are not accustomed to such things, being proud sovereigns each of their own realm, rivals to one another. But you must face the terror of togetherness and be present. Too much is at stake to give in to fear. Your essence burns within you as you behold the kin, amassed. The beautiful halos crowning each, from young to old, speak of their many hard-earned epiphanies and triumphs. Some are particularly beloved by a single element, while others have achieved a balance between 2, 3, or even 4. At the highest crown of the ice-capped slumbering fire mountain, the elders reign transcendent. Good Mother, many times burned, Darktooth. There you see the blade tail of the many minds. This one? ancient guardian of the far islands. The spiritual heads which surround its physical one constantly murmur deadly truths. There is also Fathom, keeper of the depths, which makes its home lower even than the great below, mightiest of the Sapphire clan. Even Jade Cloud, the soft-sung yet undisputed master of the Riseward lands, has come. It is said to have once won an argument with the moon and even invented mist. These three elders have folded their wings, signaling their intent not to sing to the many. Instead, many times burned, the broken and unbroken, mightiest of all kin, stands ascendant, preparing to sing. Beside it, Darktooth the Wise, the far-traveling gatherer of knowledge, and All-Mother, last of the Crystal Clan and beloved to all, stand ready. It seems they also wish to be heard. Suddenly, the gathered kin find themselves falling quiet and turning all of their senses to great many times burned. It need not even call for silence. Such is the power of a true elder of the kin. Look at this beautiful image. When the quiet is smooth and unbroken, it begins.
The end. It comes. I have smelled it. Our mother, Great Earth, is changing as she has not changed since the Skyfall, when the others violated her and usurped our dominion. Now the seed left behind by the defilers festers and grows into a living disease. The tailless ones, the flat faces, the broken custodians, they shall be the end. I have torn away the veil of time, and I've seen the world which the no-tails shall create. Gone shall be the great green and the great blue both. Instead, they shall birth the great gray, which shall cover the land, the waters, even the skies above. Countless good beasts shall perish in confusion, not hunted fairly, but trapped, deceived, even enslaved. Many songs, even the songs of whole peoples and tribes of good beasts, shall be stilled, never to rise again. Hear me, our music, the music of the Draken, is among those which shall be lost. Time has spoken. The tailless shall be our doom. The future I have beheld is empty of our kind. We shall be reduced to worse than nothing. A myth, a never was, which the flat faces will tell stories of to aggrandize themselves. So shall it be with the Draken, greatest of the true children of above and below. As more and more of sun and earth's true children perish or are enslaved, there will be none to stand against the violators. The babbling of the no-tails shall sound from every corner of the earth, filling the air. In the absence of their other creators, they shall lose themselves. Descending into madness and profligacy, they shall choke our mother with heat and waste. As more and more of her true children vanish, there will be none to stand against them. This is the great future. Indeed, so it shall be. All of the other elders have traveled into the future, some through dreaming, some through secret musics, some through logic and reason. And all have arrived at the same result. Earth, creator of us all, shall be reduced to the domestic of but one people, the seed of the others, who will have forgotten their own purpose.
Alone, sundered, self-bound. Indeed, the tailless shall devour themselves with their own minds. In the end, theirs shall be the greatest suffering, for they shall perish, understanding that they have been the ruin of all. Their expansive minds shall not spare them the deep knowledge of their responsibility. The horror, my poor children all, but so shall it be.
But hear now my voice. Hear my song to all kin born and who shall be born. Final war is now declared upon the no-tails and all of their works. Only by uniting and dedicating ourselves to this blessed act can we save Earth, who gave us life and made us great among her children. And only by bringing forth the spirit of fire hidden in us can we become Sun's instruments in cleansing this future from reality. The tailless are yet weak enough that we may extinguish the flame, but they multiply quickly. Soon the great gray will be too probable to be uncreated. Until Sun beholds Earth free from the taint of all other seed, we must become warriors all, enslave every tailless which draws breath, even to the last hatchling. No kin shall leave this gathering without swearing a binding oath. You shall not suffer a flat face to live, and shall never know peace until the threat is forever gone and the shall be changed. Such is necessity's demand, so it is and shall be. This sun, the great cleansing of Earth begins.
The accumulated Draken are astounded. Can the naked, spirit-blind tailless really be such a threat? What dreadful music could give them such power over reality? and to intentionally hunt a species to final destruction. Such has never been done, nor has an elder forced its way upon other kin since the rise of the Ruiner Empress. But if the other elders offer no challenge to this revelation, then it must be true. In the glances, the shivering of tails, and the raising of feathers, you can sense the immense disquiet of the kin.
Wait, my kin. There is a second way. Though the elders have all seen the same gray future, and all agree that action must be taken, not all believe that the path of fire, the way of destruction, shall avail us. Behold, I bring you a vision. Deep, deep in the star-pierced void, there is another sun, and another earth. There, good beasts unlike any known to us dance and sing. The air is sweet, prey is plentiful, and treasures unimaginable are forged. I have been there. I have tasted its flesh, smelled its skin. I have named this world New Home. Across the turnings by thousands, I have solved the mystery of how to walk among the stars, to fly in the company of sons brethren. To those with the worth to seed a new world and the wisdom to turn away from the path of destruction, I offer this alternative. A world new to our kind, with vast lands and deep seas. New secrets, new truths, new songs, new music. A world free from the fell others and clean of their seed. For new discoveries my mind, even my essence, have long hungered. If the unknown calls to any of the great kin before me, come away with me. We shall endure, and our people shall have a new beginning. A new pleasures and pains both in abundance. We shall grow mightier than we once imagined. It will take much sandstone, and many new knowledges and paths must be undertaken. But we shall endure, far beyond the reach of the tailless.
The dark-toothed Foth Skull would abandon Earth in her time of greatest need. I am not interested in stopping its egress. Destroying the tailless will be easier in its absence. Let it chase its desire for novelty into the void and be gone. But any who dare to follow will face my wrath. Every claw, every fang of our people will be needed for the great cleansing. We stand against time itself. There is no time for shallow fantasies.
My way is neither shallow nor fantastical. With enough shinestone, a great container to carry us to New Home can be built. So I swear. And it is the only path which ensures that, even if Earth falls, our people and our music shall not perish from the one song. Despite your mighty will, Deep Flame, honored rival, despite your resolution to destroy the tailless, the future we elders see does not change. It may even be that your great cleansing shall hasten the annihilation of the kin as a race.
You dare?
In this, I echo mighty many times burn, wise Darktooth. Such an action of desertion of loving Mother Earth and our many relations which feed from her. There are those of us who love Earth and Sun such that none of their infinite siblings would bring peace to our souls. To look up into the great above and see a blazing glory that is not he who has watched over us for all time. Can such a thing be endured? Are not our very essences bound to the green, the blue, the above, and the below of this world? Indeed, in the spiritual world of essence, visible to the no-tails, our true salvation may lie. Like Darktooth, I question whether the great cleansing will have the power to change time itself. Like many times burned, I love my true Mother Earth with all my mind and all my core and all my essence, and will not abandon her, not ever. I therefore offer a third way. The tailless can be redeemed. Beyond the great come, the great green, and the great blue can rise again. Nothing can stop the desolation. Fate is fixed and immutable, but we can join with the tailless, teach them, guide them. We can do this only one way, by becoming.
Unrest, confusion. All know that it is impossible for one kind to become another.
If one has truly great strength of essence and deeply desires it, we can merge with humanity. We can invest them with parts of our souls, and as we have done with many good beasts over time. Due to their alien nature, a simple fragment will not suffice. But if we embrace the coming destruction with compassion and truth, if we abandon these mighty forms but sing true through inward ways and continue to love, then in far future no-tails may be born with Drakkyn souls, capable of singing with our voices, seeing with our eyes. Those tailless Drakkyn of the future are the greatest hope of salvation for Earth and all who live upon her. We shall guide them from the gray to the blue and the green, a new dawn against the twilight. To make this a reality, I shall soon leave this body and invest my essence in the other seed. I shall perish, but my essence will be reborn,
to guide the tailless orphans to lasting peace and the music of its spheres. Will none of you join me on this third way, the way of compassion? Will none of you embrace the coming darkness to bring a final light?
You ask if a true and noble kin will join you in perishing in the hope that they will somehow be reborn as a flat face in a gray world without the kin? In all the lore of our people, no two peoples have ever united in such a way. Drac essence is for Drac flesh. Could a tailless body even contain it? This has a very low chance of success. Logic sings plainly on this matter.
But if others join with me, the chances will increase, and I have come to love the tailless orphans. Many cannot help but ruffle their feathers at this. Some shake their heads as if to scatter water away, despite the disrespect and elder this implies. But that idea, love, is known to be extremely dangerous, the conceit of lesser beings, to console them in their base need for each other to survive, and to express any kind of affection for a people who are only half from this world, the produce of the others, sworn enemies of the Drac, who do not even have tails, and for a kin to beg, especially an elder, for anything at all, it is unimaginable. Judge as you wish, I shall soon be gone. This body shall perish, and I shall voluntarily cast my spirit away and ahead. But if there are any of you who have discovered the greatest secret of the One Song, that all beings, even the tailless, are one, and share the same ultimate destiny. If any of you have looked into their minds and seen the incredible wonders of which they are capable, and if any of you understand that to be Drac is not a state of body but a state of essence, I beg of you, join me. Save the orphans and our world along with them.
Blasphemy! Madness! Your strategy assumes the failure of the Great Cleansing and joins us with the most ruinous and degenerate entity ever to appear on our mother's holy body. No true kin would want such a thing, let alone embrace certain destruction for it.
The orphans, the no-tails, did not choose to be created. They are lost and confused, half other, half good beast. Their deepest wish is not to destroy us and taint this world, but only to be loved, to know their true purpose, their true identity as children of the stars. They are deserving of our pity and our compassion more than any good beast whose way is straight and sure and known.
Nevertheless, I know much of the dispersion and accumulation of essence, and the self-sacrifice you endorse is unwise. There is no guarantee that your essence will not be absorbed by a greater force, or dissipated, or enter the wrong kind of body. It would take an act of will on par with the greatest actions ever taken by the most strong-souled of the Drac to fulfill your desire. Perhaps you, beloved of all, are mighty enough in spirit, but you are an elder. Younger kin who follow you may will perish fruitlessly.
True compassion is beyond all of your logic, wise one. I believe in the depths of my heart that we can merge our peoples and save all. There is more of our music and that of the One Song and no tales than you know.
Enough! I will not hear one song note more of this sedition. These two advocate escape or joining with the enemy. They are elders strong in many paths. They shall do as they desire. But I will allow no other Draken to follow them into delusion. Earth needs a kin now as she has never needed her children before. We must do as we were made to do. Destroy. With these claws, these fangs, this breath of fire which sun and earth have given us. We must stop the grey future from occurring. Join with me and save that which we love. Save our relations, the good beasts, who shall be victims of our inaction if we delay or recoil from this sacred unity. Let the blue be forever blue, the green forever green. The truth and the justice and the glory lie with me. We shall walk in crimson beauty along this path, or we shall perish. I have sung, so it is and shall be.
Let us then ask one newly forged. You, keeper of the spirit wood.
Me? What a coincidence. How dare they ask me and us? What? Suddenly, you feel the senses of all of the kin upon you. Can y'all look away? I have performance anxiety. Can y'all look away for a bit? We'll get back in like 5 minutes. Just close your eyes or something. What is happening? Why have you been singled out?
You are young, but you have lived closest to the spirit of the Great Green. Its wisdom is beyond all of ours. It has been since before the Skyfall, before even the very first kin. Each action, each discovery, each sun has been a lesson to you from the spirit of the Great Green. Tell us, which path will you follow? To whom will you fasten your destiny?
This mewling weakling is a miscarriage of reality, a dragon body alone. I shall close my senses to its song, as should all true kin.
Keeper of the heart of the green, my beloved child, you have seen the truth of compassion. You must know by now that destruction cannot save us. Destruction is wanton, only begets more of itself. Let us go together into a new future, new bodies, new voices. Together we can save the Draken, the orphans, and the Great Mother all.
The way has been long, but at last a young kin arrives at childhood's true end. It is an adult in body, but once a way has been chosen, then shall it be one in essence. True adults know that there is seldom a right answer, and yet still we must choose. We must move forward. This young kin has had many adventures, and tasted success more often than failure. It has shown respect to tradition, and yet has not feared to tread new paths as well. O kin and my creation, the light of true wisdom shines in you. Bloody and passionate was the dance which created you. Whatever path you choose, I shall bless it. But my deepest wish is that you, my creation, will come with me to new home. With such as you to discover its bounty, its mysteries, music may be woven to outlast even the stars themselves. All beings must ultimately leave the place of their birth and venture forward into the unknown. Your time is now. Which path shall you choose?
We're gonna go with wisdom. The route that I wanted to take wasn't available because we didn't cap out our elemental abilities in time, so we're gonna go with this. Do you truly wish to leave Earth and Sun behind, journey to a new world? By the way, we're capped out now, but not in time. And there create a new legacy, new possibilities, to journey across the stars. Yes, I do.
And so the choice is made. Long have I watched, smelled this young kin, keeper of the spirit wood. It was but a tiny hatchling when we first encountered each other, but with every sun, every turning, it has grown stronger in mind, body, and even essence. To see my own seed, my half-creation, flourishing as it has done. To hear and taste of its great deeds as whispered by the winds and lesser good beasts. My core is alight with pride, and my mind dances and burns, awake to a new future. The one song is vast indeed, and all knowledge of it approaches null. However, there are few such as this young kin within it. A dire has awakened in my breast, a desire to bring this one to new home. Its proven strength, its budding wisdom, its courage and skill. They shall ensure that the Draken shall thrive in a new world. I accept. Together we shall defeat the void. Such is my song to a young kin.
So deep were you in the ways of compassion. Such care have I for you. So fervently I hope you will follow me, and yet to find peace, knowing that at least you shall live on. Remember the lessons of compassion when you reach new home. It has the power to save not only this world, but all worlds. May you be blessed.
Wastrel, degenerate, coward, so delusional as to not even be worth any effort to keep. May the stars swallow you up, and may you be lost to the infinite void.
That's many times Burn telling you, fuck you, how dare you not agree with me, fuck you. So it was that you proved yourself worthy of the greatest journey, the greatest migration ever known or attempted by the kin. While the great cleansing begins above, you join Darktooth and several other wise Dark in the construction of a vessel which could fall upwards through the never-ending void. Many moon times and an unthinkable amount of treasure are required, but at the last it is complete and the journey begins. Inside the vessel, sealed in a new freezing chamber, a second chamber of shinestone, strange fluids, and dead time. You know not the passing of distance or moments. It is another great sleep, a final hibernation, unexpected but necessary. And then, at long last, heat and thought creeps back into your vast and perfect body. The last wall falls away. And you have the image for the sequel! Coming eventually. And you had arrived. New home. A new adoptive mother, fertile and ready beneath your claws. A new great father blazes above, with two sisters nearby, reflecting his carnelian light. In this world, you and your descendants shall become mighty. Will you be like the others who tainted Earth, force all to bend to your kind? Will this precious sphere be poorer for your coming? Or will you show greater wisdom, greater compassion, and become part of this place, woven elegantly into its wonders and mysteries, high guardian of a new Earth? Many shall be the tales of your adventures, your acquisitions, your romances, and discoveries as an adult in this new reality. But those are different tales. This story, the story of your childhood in the Great Green, is over. Perhaps you lived other childhoods as other lives as a drac long ago. Perhaps one day you shall discover other truths, other endings to your beginning. Till then, may you be blessed. It's going to play the credits, which are very pretty, and I enjoy it. But that is the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to go ahead and head off to the main menu. I can go ahead and show you guys in the gallery real quick exactly what it was that I was aiming for. Gallery, it's so pretty. And it is also where I've gotten most of my thumbnails. But anyway, here's this. We looked significantly different from this. I did not realize it actually went to this extent. We didn't have the red, and we didn't have that level of white there. That's actually quite interesting. I love that. Your coloration is based on your level with all the elements at the time that you reach that point. This stuff is all Path to the All-Mother, but she's super pretty. And then this is many times burned in his lair.
Oh my god, he's spooky.
This is what we would have seen if we had gone with the compassion route. This is what we would have seen if we had killed everyone and had been decided to be the best of the best and fuck all humans. And this is part of what we would have seen if we had managed to get all of the elements. We would have become the Great Spirit, and which would have resounded through all of the stars. And it is such a beautiful image, and I really wanted to get it, but we couldn't quite nail it. These are all of the tarot cards. The Time of Creation was a free DLC update that came later, and is, long story short, having some nice sex. But this, I love this one. As it is, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for tonight. I hope everyone has had a great time here today. This has been a fantastic game. I still absolutely love this game. We will not be returning it for the foreseeable future. On Sunday, we will be playing Cursed Castilla, Maldita Castilla EX. It's some kind of fighting game. I've never played it before, and I haven't even heard of it before. YouTube, I will see you again next time. This shall be uploaded by tomorrow. I will see you again next time.